don't like the look of it.
Happy Friday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You are watching a podcast with the guy with the #1 comedy album in the United States. Got him. Thank you very much for all of you supporting the album. The launch. We're #1, baby. We did it. I want to say, don't take your foot off the gas. Keep going. Buy an album. Gift an album. Stream the album. It's now streaming on all platforms: Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, Gigacard, Rump Bust, Audio Bloom, Blast Bloomer, Block Blom, Blomkin, Blim Blom, Blam. I don't know where you stream your stuff. Also, I'm a little delirious. I tried to sleep and I couldn't sleep, so I've just been up all night. I do have a brisket that's at 164 internal, so we're on brisket watch. I believe it's what they call the stall. Okay, look, I've got the #1 comedy album. I don't need you people anymore. I don't need to do a podcast. This whole made-up thing I did about getting served papers, you all fell for it. You're all idiots. This has been a publicity stunt timed perfectly for the release of the album. Everyone warned you Melton was a liar. Everybody let you know. Everybody told you Melton was a liar. Don't believe it. He's notorious for spoofing attacks. And of course, he wasn't really served papers, you idiots. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Of course, that's not true. It was all real, and we will be going over it today, so stay tuned, because it wasn't fake. Thank you for believing in me. And I know some of you right now are going, what the fuck is going on? Is it real? Is it fake? What's he doing? Is he off his meds? Does he have some sort of psychosis? And yeah, I don't even know. At this point, I don't even know if it was real or not. Just kidding. It was real. Just kidding. It wasn't. Just kidding. It was. What's real? Okay. Hi, everybody. No, it's real. Come on. Of course it's real. George, I'm first. $1.99. You are first. The album is on YouTube Music. It's everywhere. The album's everywhere now. I'd ask that if you have iTunes, you buy the album. I know no one buys albums anymore. That's the crazy part. No one buys albums anymore, and yet that's all the industry cares about. Was your album #1 on iTunes? And now that it's hit #1, now that it's launched at #1, now that it's debuted at #1, I don't really care. I've had 2 albums. They both debuted at #1. Happy, happy, happy. Especially with this Matt Rife guy out there sucking up all the comedy juice. Am I right? You heard about this Matt Rife guy. He looks like a shark had a baby with a jet, and then they gave it lip balm. Okay, that's a reference for 6 people who are into West Side Story. It's a musical that you did in high school, but you forgot about it because you were too busy trying to fuck Maria. Okay, I'm out of my mind. You see what happens when I don't sleep? I don't know what's real. I don't know what's not real. Did your lawyer say you could talk about the case? I don't even have a lawyer. This is all fake. This is all fake. I do know one thing. We're on Steel Toe Watch. At any moment. It's Friday, it's Friday, it's time for a Minnesota show. It's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, 4 hours to go. We're gonna see the tiniest little tits. It's time for movie and a shrimp. We're gonna be watching mediocre comedy laced with racism. We're gonna be watching a couple of nobodies. Watch them till they come. He's gonna be canoeing her out right there on the broadcast desk. He's gonna make sure that she comes and goes heaving out her breasts. It's time for movie and the script. It's time for movie and the script. Patrick has an album and it made it all the way to #1. So we're gonna be celebrating with confetti, having lots of fun. We've got to go to Minnesota virtually to hear a bunch of crap. We've got a stupid woman and a guy who looks like he's a sack that you could punch if you got into. Okay. That's steel. That's all the steel toe we have time for today. My voice. I've been on bongs for 2 weeks and it's wrecking my voice. 100%. I gotta. Woo, we might have to get rid of all voices going forward, even the AI ones. It's straining my throat. Speaking of,
don't tell Aaron I bought your special and listen to it while I touch my magic bean.
Jeez.
Get your copy today on all the services: Streamflix, FictiStream, Imaginary TV, Visionary, DreamStream, FantAcio, Streamverse, Quixotic TV, Illusio, Endstream, Imagistream, Streamopia, FictOflix, VisionStream, Phantasma, Fable V, Ision, Streamscape, SpectreStream, Encantflix, Illume TV, WonderStream, Make Believe TV, StreamQuest, Pixel Fiction, StorySite, Unreal Stream.
Do you want to? Somebody said you should get a neti pot. Those things creep me out. Do they work? I imagine they work. Neti pot. So feedback on the album. Let's just get right to the big stuff. Number 1, I'm aware that I'm very obese. I'm probably 25, 30 pounds lighter now than I am in that special. And I still am a disgusting, gross monster. So I'm aware that I'm fat. Thank you very much for your concerns. Go ahead and write your physician about it. What else did somebody ask? Oh, yeah, I'm not happy with the preview. You know, a lot of the feedback on the preview has been boo. And I'd rather undersell it, honestly. I really think the minute the preview's over, the album gets good. And I know that sounds like such a cop-out. I just don't. As a person who's the hardest on himself, I screwed up about 3 of the jokes in the preview, flubbed the wording. I hate it. And also, you know, one of the people's like, oh, airplane jokes. It's like, no, it's not really an airplane joke. It's a fat joke. I've done enough comedy throughout the years to know you got to open a set with a little self-deprecation. So I set the table early on with all the fat jokes making fun of me. And then about 7 minutes in, I just start making fun of dead kids and dogs. So Flat Cat Jessica, the preview is lackluster. Look, it shows off the quality and stuff, but yeah, it wouldn't have been like what I picked to make a trailer out of. But again, I'd rather have it undersold. People watch the trailer, buy the album to support, and then hear the album and go like, oh, that was a lot better than I thought it was. So overall, I'm proud of it. It's a mix of a lot of old stuff and a lot of new stuff, and I thought it came out great. And it's number one. We're number one. We did it. You might have CTE like Shab. If I was ever as bad as Shab, at least you didn't pull any bottom of the barrel pandering gimmicks like a marriage proposal. I like that there are people who really believe that. They're like, oh, he needed a closer, so he proposed. And then Flat Cat said no, but I really liked the special. Yeah, I think people who saw the preview will be pleasantly surprised by the album. I would literally say, and I'm not even kidding, ask people who have bought it or listened to it. I think those first 6 minutes that are on that preview video are like the worst 6 minutes of the album. But that's how it should be. It's supposed to build. Everyone has a number one album. Who's number two? Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's never meant less. I told you guys, when Corey Adam has it pinned to his Twitter from 6 years ago, his album was number one. It's like, holy shit. That's all 6 years. You've done nothing else let it go. Let it go. Again, anyone can sell. I bet you could probably get the number one and stay there for a minute if you sold 100 albums. That's nothing. That's your aunt and a few Tupperware parties. Dr. Sketty 2 John says, I just bought it for the nipples. And that's fair. Dead kids always remind me of that tragedy when the wrong Zumock brother. Come on. But the industry still cares about it. Was your album a number one? Was it a number one? They act like iTunes is like the chart of record when it comes to album sales. And I guess it is, but like, it's tough because people, don't really buy albums anymore. Congrats, Ray and Tubby went to number one. Like I said, it's just not. I'd be embarrassed if I didn't hit a number one because everyone hits a number one. If you have any heat behind you at all, if you can sell, any albums at all, you should be able to hit a number one for one day. Are there any health insurance jokes on the special? You're goddamn right there are. You're goddamn right.
You know what I'm saying? That's good what it is, y'all.
When will the album arrive at my house? It's already there. Check under your pillow. I have the Casual Mail on CD. I still probably have a couple hundred of those somewhere. I haven't been on iTunes for 10 years. I have no idea how it works. Well, nobody does. Apple's stupid because they've created like two different ecosystems for music, Apple Music and iTunes. And then the links are supposed to work between them both, but when it's pre-order, like now everything is good. If you look up the album on everything because it launched today, it'll be on everything. Wasn't Josh's claim that he had 1 million views across all platforms? Remember when that was impressive? The Little Mermaid jokes felt personal because I'm a sensitive mermaid or whatever. Yeah, there's a redhead joke. Ordering the album on iTunes was weird. I don't even know where it goes. Yeah, that's great. Melton is Native American because his hair is Apache? I don't think so. I have an encroaching hairline. They have to pluck hairs out of my forehead every time I go get it. It's moving down somehow. Maybe it looks patchy in the light. I am part Choctaw, though. You know what I mean? First iTunes purchase since 2016, but felt worth it for sure. Yeah, it's $5. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know not everybody. And the record label's thrilled. They're happy. I'm hoping to shatter the Laugh After Dark album sales record. So I don't want people to let the foot off the gas today. You know, if you didn't get a chance to order it. At a minimum, if you could stream it, if you could build some sort of script to stream it all day long, like Nelly's fans did. But if you have access to iTunes or Amazon or wherever they're selling the actual album, $5.99, if you want to pull the trigger and buy it, it would help a lot. It would help keep it in that number one slot. And it would help ride the lightning. Let's see what they're talking about real quick in the open.
How about Johnny Depp as a Ghostbuster at his age?
I don't
Too
think
old?
so.
Too old?
She's
I just
wearing
don't think he fits that
glasses
character
today.
somehow.
Do you think
And that's hard for me to say.
Do you think Joaquin Phoenix could do comedy
No.
and that he could be a Ghostbuster?
No.
I
feel like Jerry Lee Lewis again. No.
Hold on,
I see Joaquin Phoenix as a Ghostbuster.
Am I in a time warp?
We've done this bit.
Why does he cross his arms? It's such a bitch body language move. Look at him.
Shows like SVU lately.
Why did he shave? Why did he shave everything off? Remember he had the full beard and mustache, and then he shaved his goatee. I think, honestly, it was like a Monday when he came in with just the mustache and the beard gone. You know what happened, right? We all know exactly what happened. He shaved. He disconnected his stupid connector again and it was like, and just shaved off the goatee. That's exactly what happened because he had done it 2 weeks in a row where he shaved off that little connector. Oh, man. What a bitch. When you cross your arms on your own show, you know, not a good look. Hey, where's Addicted to Profits gone? Anybody seen Addicted to Profits? He hasn't super chatted since Tuesday. Remember, Monday I was on the show, $10 super chat to tell me I'm an idiot. Tuesday, $10 super chat to tell me I'm an idiot. I wasn't even on the show. No sign of him Wednesday, no sign of him Thursday. Since Little Mir's declaration, we won't stop, we won't stop. We won't super tip again until Patrick's off the show. As if Patrick gives a fuck. Little Mir seems like a troll. And remember, he was like asking us to help him with his next troll job. And because I didn't help him or whatever, I was like, that's your shit. I guess his new troll is like, we're going to get Melton kicked off MLC. But again, the joke's on you. No shit's given. I'll stay on MLC. I'll go off MLC. If Kevin doesn't want me on MLC, I won't be on MLC. It's Kevin's show. So I can't imagine giving fucks or being concerned with it. Ian Hawk, 199. I have a bunch of meat to boil David Skarica. Yeah, he's gone quiet. I think it might be true. He might be mainland poor. Just like Little Mir. The more you look into this Little Mir guy, it's like, is this a guy? Because Little Mir official says he's going live. I don't know what this is about. I have no clue what he's going on about. He's trying to blame the onions for something. And if you haven't figured this out yet, I'm very dark about what's going on in my own community. Even last night, something was going on in the Discord. I was like, what's going on here? Nobody will tell me. Everybody's fighting on the DL. There's definitely stuff going down that I'm not privy to. He confirmed he's not going to AC. It's hilarious that badly done steak done this. Yeah, I mean, look. It's just it just shows you some of these guys have a little bit of money and they think like, I'll control shit. Little Mir is weird in the worst way. I don't know. So he posted this on Twitter a couple days ago. Workplace harassment, damages of character, penalties of unpaid leave from workplace, incitement for violence. Glad there are multiple instances of perpetuation of these actions with video evidence of encouragement and incitement. We'll be in contact, MLC Podcast. My bullying and aggressive behavior has no respectable excuses. I was jealous from seeing all the females loving Little Mir in the NLO chat. That's my only word of advice here. I highly doubt the threats are coming from the MLC chat. They'd be originated in the NLO cesspool. Now, this is Kafer, who Kevin Brennan texted me about the other day and said that Kafer wasn't part of this movement against the Onions. But I don't know what to read into all this. And Spaghetti Tooth John says, is that why we were called bitches and cunts in the chats? I've been watching MLC for a year and felt welcomed. I only discovered NLO in March and was confused by the recent hostility. I'm not sure I understand. So I don't know what anyone's talking about. We're the only show in this whole sphere that isn't banning people left and right from our chat. I got to be honest, I don't watch the chat. I'm not the most eagle-eyed chat watcher during a show, but is there this hostility going on? Is there some sort of bullying going on in my chat? Let's watch XO DeVito talk about her date with Raymond DeCrepo. I mean, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Let's watch DeVito talk about a date with DeVito. Because if XO DeVito would be Ray, right? And then Raymond DeCrepo would also be Ray. Great super chat. I need 7 more super chats to come in to wash the memory of this one away. You know, this has upset me beyond any belief. So I don't know who Little Mir is or what Little Mir's doing or what he's complaining about. Workplace harassment. Damage, you know, like what the fuck damages of character? Of character, you have 50 Twitter followers. What damages of character? But who's going after Little Mir's work? You have a work? I thought you were a rap. I thought you swayed and cried into a microphone for a living. So I don't know what's going on. I can almost guarantee you there's no dark ops over here to get Little Mir. Like, we couldn't give a fuck. That super chat needed to be a voicemail. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what the fuck that was. It upset me a lot. Let's go, Brandon. $20. Washing the memory of the other Brandon away. I had to move my Spaghetti Tooth John picture today because apparently yesterday it was like behind me right here on Tuesday and people couldn't see it. And they were like, hey, Spaghetti Tooth John was supposed to get a place on the wall. And I was like, it was up there. But I guess I sat in front of it the whole fucking day so nobody knows. So I guess Little Mir is going to go live tonight. He posted this is this guy's profile. It's like, this is not a real guy, right? If you wanted to make up a musical artist, it would be this. 52 followers. Joined October 2016. Fuck everyone supporting and allowing this bullshit. It's like, again, what's happening to him? Does anybody know? Like, who hurt Little Mir? Like, I had about enough of Little Mir. I was enjoying if he was nice, I was enjoying that. Switch to something. But, we just said, like, we had enough of Little Mir, and now Little Mir's, like, accusing the Onions of, I don't know what. I don't even know what. Trying to get him fired from his job? Little Mir has a job? I didn't even know there was a KFC in his town. Here we go. This is a infomercial.
Addicted to gains, scam artists in Bahamas tide, profits, deceit reigns.
Bahamas poor soul, dreams held amidst sandy shores, hope tides may console.
Rain-soaked flavors sear Bahamian steak moistened by nature's marinade.
Lil Mir, he spits fire, rhyme flows like a blazing star, rapper's words inspire.
Or a simple and kind on a date, nerves entwined, love's possibility defined.
So this feels like some sort of like attempt to leap into relevance or something. Is it even trolling if we don't know what he's up to? I don't know. But he's saying he's going live tonight on his YouTube channel where there's 500 subscribers. You dive into this channel, it's like, this is the guy? This is the guy. I mean, this guy's poor. Is this Kentucky? What are you... I don't understand. This is like a 24-year-old who lives in Indiana. The Bible verses started getting weird when he flipped to hating on NLO. Corey Adam went after Softcast. I don't know what that even means. Little Mir trying to get Melton off MLC. He's a dork. I mean, he's like... He doesn't even understand that no one cares. It's like no one cares. Even if I get off MLC, I'll be back on MLC. It's like I'll go on once a quarter. Kevin will ask me to come on once a week, and I'll go on once a quarter. But I love that people are like, Melton sucks. It's like, who could have called this? Imagine you not liking a new guest on MLC. Who could have seen that coming? You fucking idiots. I mean, it's the most predictable. All they want is fresh meat, but all they hate is fresh meat. You know what I mean? And I guess I should briefly discuss the Chad situation. We broke him. There's no other way to say it. And I know there's a lot of people out there going like, Patrick, he said he was done with you. Why are you still going after Chad? It's like, he said he was done with me. Did you watch the rest of that episode? He wasn't. He never shut the fuck up about it. So that's Chad. He gets to say, it's Steel Toe. I'm washing my hands with it, but what's Steel Toe doing every day? Talking about Chad. Piling on Chad. So when Chad actually shuts the fuck up about me, maybe we'll actually shut the fuck up about Chad. And it looks like he did. So I won't be playing the drunk video today. You've all seen it 100 times. And if you haven't seen it, get on that Twitter and look at that drunk video from Chad the other day. So I think going live on Wednesday and pointing out everything wrong with that motherfucker and how there legit is not an ounce of talent or comedic skill in his acorn-sized brain broke him. And he started drinking in the middle of the goddamn day. We got him. I mean, get fucking help, Chad. Get help. You're an alcoholic. It will kill you. Stop drinking. Stop having vodka. It's like it'd be like if I just kept sleeves of Oreos around the house. Probably not the best, Patrick. Probably not the best. Just keeping a Girl Scout in every closet with a supply of Thin Mints. He can't help himself. And I think pointing out specifically everything he does wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Pointing out all the nonsensical sound effects. Ha! Stick 'em! Ha! 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 Stick 'em! Pointing out the not lining up the God damn it, Matt, you know better. Pointing out the yeah. Pointing out that he's never made a joke ever, except for the coffee cake incident. And once you reveal a magician's tricks like that, once you point it out, he can't go. A guy like Chad, if you said to me, Patrick's never been funny on the show ever, I'd move on with my life because we all know that's not true. When a chat room of 380 people sits and combs through your show for an hour and none of them can point out a joke, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And we're using real loose definitions for things like jokes. The Thin Mint thing a second ago counts as a joke. Just any sort of imagery, visualization, journey that you might want to take us on in some sort of comedic light. But no. Chad doesn't have the ability to. So Chad drank all day, came live, face to face with the fact that he really has nothing, and had to kill his stream. But he did not mention me. He tried to broadcast again yesterday morning. That lasted literally 2 seconds. And fair enough. Fair enough, Chad. I shall not be commenting on that video today. And I will back off. Because I got to tell you, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. I had to snap at you a little bit because you did this thing where you puffed up and bowed up at me and wanted to pretend like you were a more accomplished, better guy than me. And I just, I can't sit there and let my brain even think that's a possibility. I snapped and I attacked. But to everybody who's like, wow, so hard on Chad, piling on Chad, you really let Chad have it. No, I didn't. I didn't start on Chad. I haven't done shit to Chad. If I was going after Chad, he wouldn't be able to get behind the wheel. He'd be in a fetal position in his bathtub, giving himself a Silkwood shower. I mean, no one's going after. No one's compiling anything on Chad. We're not going after Chad. That was just me playing a random show of his and going, look at this dork. So, also, fuck you. Chad's a piece of shit. Chad's an irredeemable piece of shit who fucks over everyone else the first time he gets a chance. Carl in Rochester helped him. Fuck you. Kevin Brennan let him back on to have a chance. He groveled and groveled. The minute he got his channel back, fuck you. Strike him. Bob Levy, me. It's Ray who, is just dumb, And I get being mad at Ray for running his dumb mouth, but Ray's harmless. You shouldn't hate Ray. Ray's just dumb. Chad is a real comedian. No, he is not. No, he is not. Chad's panhandling in the panhandle this weekend. That's the other thing is let me get this straight. Godfrey said that you could come open for him on any date on the road. And when we say date, As a comic, we mean weekend. So Chad turned down a week full of work, Wednesday to Saturday, Wednesday to Sunday, Thursday to Sunday, whatever. Chad turned down that work. He told Godfrey respectfully, I'm doing the YouTube thing. It's making a lot of money. So no, I can't come on the road and work for you for a week. Now, when you go on the road and open for Godfrey for a week, you might make $600. You do a show every night, sometimes 2 shows. You do like a Thursday night show, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, feature act, $600. Chad's like, no, respectfully, I can't give up 4 nights. I'm making too much streaming. Then his channel got struck, whatever. Now he's spent all day Thursday driving up to Georgia, 6-7 hours, maybe longer. That was his Thursday. No streaming, no money. After a Wednesday of no streaming, no money. And quite a bit of, Tito tax. Friday, no stream, no money. Show tonight. 1 show. Columbus, Georgia. The Loft. Doesn't pay a lot. I've done that gig. Stopped doing it in 2009 because it didn't pay enough. Didn't pay enough for me as a part-time comic living in Florida. Chad's a full-time comic, happy to give up 3 days to get there, have 1 day to, why couldn't Chad drive up Friday and perform Friday night? No. Drive up Thursday, chill all day Friday, no streams, Friday night show. Saturday is driving all the way across to the Panhandle in Florida, to Destin, Fort Walton Beach. Literally the armpit of Florida, for another 1-nighter and then back. So he can give up 5 nights, 4 nights to go do 2 shows, but he can't give up 4 nights to go do 6 shows with Godfrey. This is just to prove he's a comic, just to show you he's a real boy doing real comedy.
Let me clear my throat. Congratulations on the #1 comedy album. Patrick, I respect the success of your brand. My next album, The Corey Bounce, a.k.a. I'll Be Punching Back, will be hitting the charts soon.
Wow, big deal. Nobody buys fucking albums anymore. I bet you 15 people from the NLO chat bought it, and that in itself was enough to reach #1. Hey, let me speak about one thing that I am thankful for. I'm thankful for Chad Zumock being a continual fuck-up. I'm thankful for this album release, and I'm thankful for your court papers grift. Anything to take your focus away from me is good. Hey, Ray DeVito, fuck you, bitch.
So yeah, my court papers grift. A lot of speculation going around Twitter. Patrick's a known liar. Of course, there was no serving. There were no papers. And honestly, the way I've started this show today, people still aren't sure. Type 1 in the chat if you think it's real. Type 2 in the chat if you think it's fake. Let's just get a pulse on what we think as a collective. Is Patrick fucking with everybody? Was this real? Was this fake? The timing is odd. If I wanted to plan a publicity stunt and time it to the release of my album, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, would this be great, But some things in life you can't time, you can't plan, you can't really know what's real. And only time can tell. Well, it was real, and today you're going to find out everything you need to know. So here we go, everybody. Let me grab my legal folder, and let me just tell you, yesterday was one of the craziest, most insane experiences of my now in 19 years of doing this show. I've been sued before. I've been accused of a lot of things on this program. But this one was a first. This was a first of this type of thing to happen to me. And what transpired in a courtroom yesterday is one of the funniest. Look, I can envision this being played back in court one day and being like, oh, you think it's funny, Mr. Melton? It's like a little bit. You know, I don't think the legal system is funny. So one of the reasons when I was served with this that I thought it was so outlandish is because I understand the legal system pretty well as it pertains to things like free speech or, you know, doing a show and what you're allowed to say, what you're not allowed to say. So to be clear, this is show related. And I have always dreamt about, since I started this program, my show being played in a courtroom to try to reach a decision. And holy shit, was I fucking gleeful yesterday. I was laughing and laughing so hard in this courtroom. This judge threatened me several times to shut the fuck up or I would have to get out. I couldn't stop giggling with glee. I was almost rolling, falling out of my chair. It was borderline disrespectful. And just hearing your show play out loud when they first started playing it, I was like, this is hard to listen to. And then it was funny. So I started laughing. And yeah. So I'll walk you through my experience and let you know where we're at, where we're going. Holy shit. And this won't be over today. You won't know everything today. I have submitted a Freedom of Information Act request for the transcript of the courtroom yesterday. It's not in the system yet, so I couldn't get it yesterday. Believe me, after court, I waited in line to try to get the transcript pulled. I will be getting the transcript from this. We will be having people reenact it. And I tried to get so many little inside jokes and plugs into this court procedure. I got Bob Levy's name into it. I plugged my album coming out the next day. Yeah, it's great. It was really, really something. So I've scanned the documents. I've redacted personal information, private information. And we'll just go through it. And leave it where you guys left off. What you know is that 2 weeks ago yesterday, I got served during the show, at the very end of a show. And when I was talking to the officer at the door, he was like, you have, I guess this is a order to appear. This is an order to appear in court to decide whether or not the court would issue an order of protection against me for stalking and harassment. Now, who was I stalking and harassing? Well, here it is. This is the cover sheet of the document I was served. Judge, did you send the link to the jury? Oh, boy. Here is the cover sheet of the document I was served. In the Justice Court of Las Vegas Township, County of Clark, State of Nevada, Lawrence versus Patrick Melton, adverse parties. I've redacted the case number. I don't know if I need to do that, but I've done it. Hereby ordered that this matter is set for hearing on the 8th day of June, 2023 at 10 a.m., Department 12, Lewis Avenue, courtroom 7C, 7th floor, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89155. It is further ordered that at this scheduled hearing, the court will decide whether or not an order of protection should be issued. Now, when they presented this to me at the door, the guy kept saying, like, yeah, from Lawrence. And I was like, I don't know a Larry. I don't know a Lawrence. I don't know a Larry. So who is this? Now, before I reveal this name, I want to say this. I have been accused of harassing and cyber stalking Larry. Hi, Larry. Hi, Larry's lawyers. When I reveal who Larry is, I had no idea. You do not harass Larry. You do not cyberstalk Larry. You do not message Larry. You do not contact Larry. I'm exonerating myself right now to any future accusations. I do not endorse. I do not condone contacting Larry. Leave Larry alone. Leave Larry alone. Take the L. Larry isn't supposed to find out about these shows. Larry isn't supposed to hear about these shows. Okay? Moody says he's smiling as he says this. No, I had a judge say these words to me yesterday. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I've got to. And my lawyer doesn't want me doing this, but I told him I have to. I promised I would. But I really mean it. Like this, we don't do things to people on this show. This is why the little mirror thing, it's like laughable. Like, again, find the DMs and stuff of me telling you to fuck with people's lives. It doesn't exist. The most egregious thing people can point to is like Patrick said he was going to give people free overdose for canceling Chad's things. Like, yeah, did he? So I really mean it. You got to leave Larry alone. Leave Larry alone, okay? Because I will tell you this. It's not a joke for him. I guess it's like affected his life. I guess this guy is unable to function in this town, Las Vegas, because of me. Larry is none other than Butch Bradley, everybody.
Oh, no.
Larry Butch Bradley. You guys might know him as Karate Man. So Larry, who's what we will call him from now on, Lawrence. went to the court and filed an order. He wants a restraining order on me. Why this is laughable is because I have not seen, talked to, been to a show he's at, or anything with Larry since 2018. That's why this is very funny. Corey Adam had a number one album on the charts last time I saw Larry. So I see a lot of people now. I need background. Who's Larry? Who's Butch Bradley? Okay. In 2015, I lived in New York City. Butch Bradley was a comedian from Atlantic City. He had a comedy club with a partner called Butch Bradley's Comedy Hideaway. You can find the whole details on this situation at a website I built just for this situation called hideawaycomedy.com. If you haven't seen the two shows on that webpage, they will explain in detail what this motherfucker did to me. Hideawaycomedy.com. If you like NLO, you want a new path, new hole to go down, hideawaycomedy.com. Enjoy. So basically I was hired to do like I think 4 nights or something for like $1,200. Go down to Atlantic City. Nobody came out to the shows. It was holiday weekend. And they decided they just weren't going to fucking pay me. And then they tried to smear it and say that I was high and drunk on stage, which I don't do. I'm not Chad. Look, I'm not saying I'm not never high or drunk on stage. I perform. But that weekend it was funny because I happened to like not even be really drinking on stage. Long story short, I built the website, calling him out, put a timer on it. After run around, promised to mail me checks. And within 2 months, you guys gave them so many bad reviews and put so much heat on that club for not working me that it shut down. Nobody Likes Onions fans literally shut down a comedy club. Now, maybe they weren't doing well before, but their rep got ruined across the board. So Larry was a little upset. Now, Larry apparently got himself clean and moved to Las Vegas the same year that I did. And now Larry's telling judges that I followed him across the country to Las Vegas. When in fact, I was probably working for the club that he now has a residency at far longer than he was. When I moved to Las Vegas, I didn't even know he lived here yet. I wasn't even aware that he lived here yet when I made that decision. But the idea that I would uproot my life and move across the country to I can do shows about what a dishonest piece of shit you are from anywhere in the world, Larry. I don't need to be in your town. So years go by. I never get paid for this gig. I never take the website down, hideawaycomedy.com. And Larry gets mad about it. LL Cooley, chat, bow down to Lee. He nailed it from the start. I don't know what that means. So in 2018, we met up and he was like, hey, this website, it's disparaging my name. It's costing me work. Can you take down this website that's telling people I don't pay comics? By the way, we found 3 other comics back then in 2015 they had fucked over. One for a New Year's gig. One was James Heskey. People were coming for it. He was using local comics in Atlantic City. And he wanted me to take the site down. He said, I got screwed over by the other business partner of the club too. I lost money, which may or may not be true. I don't really give a fuck. Butch Bradley hired me. I want my money. Your name's on the club. You're a comic. You know this is wrong to not pay comics. Your name's on the club. You were a co-owner. Give me my money. Even if you weren't a co-owner, you said you were, and your name was on the club. You should be worried about comics being paid under your name when you're a comic. Now, if the VIG was running on that, it'd probably be closer to $1,600 a day. So I agree. Larry's going to get me into some comedy clubs that I don't work at here in Las Vegas, and we're going to come to a truce, and I'll take the website down. The problem is Larry keeps going around telling comedians in town not to do the podcast, not to associate with me, that I'm a liar, that I'm bad news, that he doesn't owe me money, he never owed me money. I made that up. He also, at the same time he tells people that he doesn't owe me money and I made that up, he also tells people that he tried to pay me twice and I wouldn't take the money. I'll take the money. Venmo me now. Write me a check. I'll take the money. I've never turned down the money. That doesn't even make sense. Hold on, I'm lying about you owing me money, but you've tried to pay me? Hold on, I'm lying about you owing me money, but there's a website called hideawaycomedy.com where over and over and over again you tell me the check's on the way. And then you threaten violence. You threaten to have your cousins, your family come see me. You text me at 3 a.m. that you're here outside my apartment. Okay, Larry. Cut to 2021. We find out he's dating the salsa queen of Las Vegas, Carla's Homemade Salsa. And someone buys the domain name Carla's Homemade Salsa with a K and forwards that to Nobody Likes Onions. Very funny prank. I had to explain that to a judge. She's like, what did you... Butch Bradley went into court and told them I stole his wife's salsa business. I'm not kidding you. Wait for this transcript. It's everything we thought it would be if Butch went to kangaroo court, Judge Judy or something like that. You know, this guy's an emotional nut. And this transcript is going to read like, it's really, really funny. This guy's an idiot. Wait until you see the paperwork we're going to go through today for this fucking dork. Was Larry there? You betcha. And guess what, Crumbum? You're part of this. You might have been the fucking impetus. So, this is one of the funniest situations I've ever seen in my life for 3 different reasons. What a waste of the court's time and resources. What a fucking waste. Second of all, like, he's just dumb. My lawyer said to me, I could come to court with you on this, but there's literally no need. This is nothing. Well, then why the silence for 2 weeks, Patrick? Well, the last thing you want is to brag about your court date coming up and what an idiot the guy is and all this stuff and have it played back from a couple days ago. So I think that was a good decision. But this matter is settled now. Guess who won? And we'll be going through it in amazing detail here today. We'll take your questions too. But Larry Lawrence Bradley filed a motion for a restraining order on me. And then the judge looked at it. You won't even believe what he printed out as evidence. He printed out hideawaycomedy.com. The website that proves he owes me the money and shows all the harassing texts and lies from him. He printed that out and attached it to a motion to keep me away from him. This is the brain we're dealing with. That's why it's so thick. He printed out his threatening text. He printed out him saying he was mailing the check. He printed out every fucking lie that he was coming to see me. His family members were he printed it all out. He also printed out messages he received from a couple of fans recently. And I just couldn't believe it. So this is like the cover sheet that I was served. Beyond this is his actual application. And I don't know if we have an official handwriting expert in the chat room, but if you've ever wanted to see what a psychopath's handwriting looks like, you ever wanted to see a guy who could probably hold a baby underwater for several hours, take a look at this nut. Take a look at this nut. In the Justice Court of Las Vegas Township, County of Clark, I mean, it's just scrawl. It's scrawl. Lawrence Butch Bradley. He puts Butch in. My people, friends call me Butch. Ba-bing, bong, 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 rootin', tootin', shootin'. My friends call me Butch because I'm so quick draw with the comedy. Butch versus Patrick Melton. Application for protection. Lawrence Butch Bradley. Who do you want to be protected from? Patrick Melton. Who needs protection? Me. And then here's how dumb he is. And this is going to be a theme throughout this paperwork, that Butch can't read nor follow what's going on, whether it's in real life or in documentation. Look at this idiot. So there's a checkbox for me. He needs protection. There's a checkbox for a minor child. He doesn't have any of that because he shoots blanks, allegedly. And there's a checkbox for the following household members, including minor children, not included in the definition on page 2. And then he wrote in his fiance's name. He didn't check that box, but still had names to put down. He wants his fiance, Carla Q Salsa, to be protected from me. Okay. We're coming for your salsa. Like, protected. Okay. So he's so dumb. He can't follow paperwork. Like, if you're going to list other people, you got to check this box. If you don't check this box, you don't have to fill this out. You know, normal form rules. He capitalizes his T's. Oh, this is psycho handwriting. This is psycho. Look at his R's. Look at the R in Clark up here and the R in Bradley here. It's just like it's how you would draw a bird. Now, look at this. Why do you need to be protected from the person named above? The adverse party committed acts of stalking or aggravated stalking against me. Stalking, definition, a person who commits the crime of stalking when, without lawful authority, the person willfully or maliciously engages in a course of conduct directed towards a victim that would cause a reasonable person under the same circumstances to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, harassed, or fearful for his or her immediate safety or the immediate safety of family or household member, and that actually causes the victim to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, harassed, or fearful for his or her immediate safety or the immediate safety of a family member or household. Aggravated stalking, a person who commits the crime of stalking in conjunction and threatens the person with intent to cause the person to be placed in reasonable fear of death or substantial bodily harm. Harassment, a person commits harassment when, without lawful authority, the person knowingly threatens to cause bodily injury in the future to a person threatened or to any other person, to cause physical damage to property of another person, to subject the person threatened or any other person to physical confinement or restraint, to do any act which is intended to substantially harm the person threatened or other person with respect to his or her physical or mental health or safety. The person by words or conduct places person receiving the threat in reasonable fear that the threat will be carried out. So things like, I'm coming to get your dog's teeth, and then I fall out laughing wildly. No one should be reasonably fearful that I'm coming to get your dog's teeth. Okay? It's not like a thing we do over here. Does this restraining order mean no AC trip? No, this has been thrown out completely. Thrown out completely. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Patrick McMoney Fags is violent and shook. So I read this definition and I immediately am like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? You're trying to convince the court you feel you're fearful for your immediate safety and your family's immediate safety. You fucking nannerpuss, nannerpuss. The application is so funny, but when I tell you the courtroom story, I can't even. Wait till we get a hold of this transcript. It was an hour. It was an hour. Just me, Butch, the court clerks, the court reporter. We had the whole room to ourselves. I couldn't believe it. An hour. Maybe more. I'm not sure. It's all a blur. But wait until I tell you this story. So I read this and I was like, okay, I've never done any of this stuff. This is crazy. How do you know the person you need protection from? Worked together one time, 2015. He writes in broken English. Worked together one time, 2015. Are there any other current or prior cases to which you and the adverse party in any court? No. Does the adverse party own a gun or have a gun in his or her possession or control? I don't know. Most recent event. Now, this is what's funny. Think about the most recent event. These questions ask about the most recent event only. Approximate date it happened. Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. Las Vegas, Nevada. I've redacted the zip code. I don't know if that's his zip code or not. Either way, I've redacted it. Remember, most recent event. This is about the most recent event. Tuesday, May 16th, he says. What happened? Explain the most recent event. This is what he scrawls. Patrick Melton has been online harassing and stalking me since 2015. He followed me to Vegas. He's scribbled out, blackmailing me for money I do not owe. This is what he wrote under most recent event.
We got one!
Patrick Melton has been online harassing me and stalking me since 2015. Oh, that's what happened on May 16th, 2023? He followed me to Vegas. Yeah, was that Tuesday, May 16th, 2023, though? We're asking about the most recent event. Blackmailing me for money I do not owe. Sir, we're asking about the most recent event. Patrick Melton has been online. Okay. Go on. I mean, look at this handwriting. He has posted lies about me and stalked my character along with threats to my home and fiance. Just periods everywhere. Carla Bertha, he gets drunk and rants on his podcast for hours and attacks me. This is real. He went and handed this to a judge. He gets drunk and talks about people on his podcast for hours. He does. Send the paddy wagon. He shouldn't be allowed out. Go on. He gets drunk That's clearly a crime. And then what, talks? For hours, you say? Fucking hell, we might need a team for this. If you can go back now, everybody who told me I was so shook when those papers came, imagine me thumbing through this and coming back into this room and wonder why I bit my tongue. This is so fucking funny. This is so fucking funny. You're afraid of your immediate danger because he get drunk on his podcast and talk about me. How do you think this is going to go? How do you think this is going to go? Fuck. How do you not see this coming? A 1D chess player could beat me at this. You don't think I'm going to read all this paperwork on my show? Hello? Hello? He get drunk on his podcast for hour and attack me, claiming I owe him money. I do not, although I offered to pay twice and he refused to accept. He said he's helping his podcast by harassing me. I mean, I am. People love it. I am helping the podcast by talking about you. No one is harassing you. I don't tell you about these shows. I don't tag you in these shows. I don't send you these shows. You come watch them. You put a gun in your mouth, shoot the back of your skull out, and then blame me?
Butch Bradley, I invite you to come on my show. We can be best buddies. Can I borrow a pliers from you? You can help me hit my goal. Get out of my dad.
He claiming I owe him money. I do not, although I offered to pay twice and he refused to accept. I don't even know where he pulled this from. I don't, he offered to pay me twice. I have no clue what the fuck he's even talking about. Now, we've already got the most recent event, right? Let's see the past events. Think about other times this person you wanted protection from threatened you or abused you. Now, this would have been where you put in he's been harassing me since 2015. And, I think this is Crumb Bum. Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. 4 random messages sent. Patrick told me to come see you. Let me know tonight, tomorrow. So he counts this as 4 messages, and they're random. I don't think he knows what random means, but okay. Patrick told me to come see you. Let me know tonight, tomorrow. This is what he's including in a request for a restraining order on me. Someone messaged him, a comedian who does a residency and has shows in Las Vegas every night of the week. Patrick told me to come see you tonight, tomorrow. How do you know that's me? How do you know? And is that a threat? Don't people come see you every night? Don't people probably tell people to go see you every night? You do a comedy show. People coming to see you tonight is not a rare occurrence, nor a threat, especially over social media. I can understand if you got into your car, there was like a severed pig's head with a note, and it said, Onion Boy told me to come see you tonight. You'd be like, whoa, okay, that's something. This is nothing. This is embarrassing. May 16th, 2023. He got this message. I don't know who this is from. Please pay Patrick Melton the $1,200 you owe him. It'll be easier to handle it that way rather than the alternatives. So that sounds like a mob threat. But again, this isn't from me at all. And he's filing for so I'm dying. I'm reading all this and I'm just like, this is a hoot. This is a hoot. He got a tweet and a DM and he wants me to not go near him now? Okay. I guess. You know, I don't even know what to say to that. But I okay. Law enforcement involvement. Was law enforcement informed? No. But I thought you were in immediate danger, Larry. I thought you were in immediate danger. Temporary protection requested. Check all that apply. Do not list any confidential addresses. The other person will get a copy of this application and we'll see any addresses you write down. Wait till you see what he wants. Wait till you see what he wanted out of this. This is even more crazy. Prohibited activities. The adverse party should not threaten, physically injure, or harass me and my minor child, directly or through someone acting on his or her behalf. No contact or restricted contact. The adverse party will not contact me or my minor child at all in person, by phone, text, email, or social media. Current residence. The adverse party should stay away from my current residence. Do you and the adverse party live together? No. Does the adverse party know where you live? No. So why are you in immediate danger again? If no, is your address confidential? Yes. Do you and the adverse party live in the same apartment complex, trailer park, property? No. Work. The adverse party should stay away from my workplace. Look at this. He didn't answer the question, do you and the adverse party work at the same place? Now, I don't really work a lot of comedy clubs anymore, as we've talked about. I got a #1 comedy album on iTunes. I'm going out on top. I'm beating Matt Rife. I'm beating Kid Gorgeous. Let's go out on top. I don't need to be. But it'd be disingenuous to say we don't work at the same place because comedy clubs. You know what I mean? Just in general, we kind of work at the same place. But he left that blank. Okay, I'll accept it. He wants me to not be able to go to the Strat Casino. The Stratosphere. Look at this. He wants me to, he makes these mistakes a lot where he has to scribble out a name and write a different name. He wants me to never be able to go to the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club or the Link. He wants me to never be able to go to the Laugh Factory. I worked there. Why? I worked there. He wants me to never be able to go to the Comedy Cellar. I worked there. Why? I worked there at the Rio. Look how dumb he is. He writes everything on the line below where it should go, even though he did it correct over here. By the way, he thinks like everybody's in comedy. The Cellar. Oh, the Cellar? You mean the Comedy Cellar? Write the name. So he really thinks he's going to get me to stay away from every comedy club in town. I worked there. I worked there. Again, let's not forget, you're talking to the guy who won't go places that he might be out of respect for the clubs and the owners to not cause a scene and situation. He's acting like I follow him around town and keep showing up at places he goes. Threaten his wife's salsa business. It gets wild. About extended protection orders. The application automatically asks the judge to issue up to a 45-day temporary protection order without notifying the other person first. So the judge got this application, looked at it, and said, I don't understand what's going on here. You attached a bunch of documents that seem to indicate you're threatening him. That's why this had to go to a hearing. The judge wouldn't grant the protection order simply because he filed it, which they normally would do in some sort of exigent circumstances. The judge knew that wasn't happening here and was like, you guys need to come in and tell me what's going on. That's why we had to go in for this hearing. You can also ask for an extended order that could last for up to 2 years. Link to protection order. I want an order up to 45 days plus an extended order up to 2 years. So he's scared. He's scared. other exhibits. You may attach documents, pictures, or anything else you would like the judge to look at. And consider when reviewing your application. The adverse party will receive a copy of all documents and evidence you provide. Attached his website, OverdoseHideaway.com podcast. Attached his website, hideaway.com, Overdose podcast. Throughout this hearing, he kept saying overdose.com, onion.com, hideaway.com. He kept saying, where did you get the transcript? It's so good. Your Honor, he has so many websites. Overdose.com, onions.com, hideaway.com. This is his website, hideaway.com. It's hideawaycomedy.com. It's hideaway. You can't. Horseshoes, hand grenades, and domain names we're not guessing at, Butch. He has attached his website, Overdose, Onion, hideaway.com podcast. Attached his podcast, Overdose, Onion.com. Attached his website, Overdose, hideaway.com podcast. Attached his website, hideaway.com, Overdose podcast. Attached hideaway.com, his website, Overdose podcast. Lawrence Butch Bradley. Best comedian in Las Vegas, 4 years running. Except today, let's check the iTunes charts, Butch. Losing in court, losing on iTunes. Oh, imagine the else. Attached his website, OverdoseHideaway.com. Attached his Oob site. So this is a hoot. And then he said, I declare I'm the applicant, and I swear this is true of my own knowledge. I declare under penalty of perjury, under law of the state of Nevada, the foregoing is true and correct. So he stated under penalty of perjury of law that he does not owe me money, that I've threatened his fiance, that I have a website called hideaway.com, and that I'm blackmailing him. Remember, like, these are not light accusations. Stalking, harassment, blackmail. These are not light charges. And he signed under penalty of perjury. I mean, I just can't even. Larry, you must not have a lawyer. You can't have a lawyer. And if you do, fire them immediately. Fire them immediately. Exigent circumstances. Larry had to Google that. I bet he did. That's what's crazy. It's like, imagine what makes all these people wade into waters they know nothing about. What friend of his was like, you know what you should do? What's he doing? Podcasting about you? You should get a restraining order. Okay. I mean, this is wild. So, like, there's no question. He's a liar. He's perjured himself. And someone convinced him this would be a route to go. There's no route to go, Larry. There's no route to go. Here's the route you can go. Because, again, I do have an entertainment lawyer. Don't get me wrong. It'll be expensive should you sue me. But I actually have a guy. He's pretty good. You clearly do not have a guy. You know, by the way, you should get a handwriting guy or some sort of brother typewriter system. So I really, for everybody who thinks this was serious and I was worried about it, you misread so hard. I knew this was a slam dunk. I knew there was no case here. I knew this was nothing. It's so funny and insane. When I saw the court date, was the day before my album launch. I was like, what a great day that Friday is going to be. What a great day that Friday. Again, I couldn't have planned a publicity stunt like this. Please go gift somebody my album today. You can do that on iTunes still. Gift an album. Give it to a comedy lover today. Buy yourself a copy. Help keep it in number one a while. Can we? It's the weekend. Let's keep it in the number one slot through the weekend. Help me out with that if you haven't purchased it. It's $5.99, not Apple Music. Don't stream it. You got to go purchase the album. Use my Linktree link. Help keep it up top. Help keep it up top because it's awesome. And I guarantee you, wherever Larry is this weekend, he's going to know about it. He's going to hear about it. He works for the same people that the Laugh After Dark people run a show in their room now. He's in this world. He knows. Patrick Melton has the number one comedy album in the United States at this moment. I understand it's short-lived. I understand it's a very, very narrow temporal algorithm that makes that happen. But whatever you want to say, I got it. Right now, it's mine. Matt Rife be damned. MetLife be damned. So all this paperwork came. The rest of it I did not scan. It's literally the Hideaway Comedy website. That's what he printed out. And then at the end, this is out also. Been entered into evidence. You're part of history, crumb bum. You're in the Nevada court system. And who's the other one we should credit? Who's this? Who did this one? Oh, that's crumb bum again. Either way, that's what was served to me. That's why it was so thick. That's what got served to me. So my lawyer looks this over, tells me it's literally nothing. He says he'd be surprised if the judge didn't laugh it out of the courtroom. And she almost did. They let women be? 10 a.m. Las Vegas Justice Court, 200 Lewis Avenue. Yesterday morning. Now, I didn't tell you I had court yesterday morning. I didn't tell you there would be no show yesterday morning. I've known this, of course, since I was served. But I sat on it. I didn't want you looking up the docket for the day. Somebody said they looked up that courtroom. There was nothing going on in courtroom 7C yesterday, so Melton's a fucking liar. It's like, okay. So he tells me I don't even need him. Just go there. He tells me to prepare a statement. I prepared a statement. I have that in here. I'll read that to you. Same thing I read to the judge, which of course will be in the transcript. Again, this transcript when it comes is going to be, it's going to be. Do you remember that moment when Chad was on MLC a couple weeks ago? And they were just pummeling him left and right with facts about what a fuck up he is. And then Chad would say something like, well, you gave me bad advice or you lied to me. And Bob would be like, what did you lie about? And Chad goes, I don't even know what's going on right now. Like he was just getting pummeled. Like he didn't see it coming, that he didn't have a case at all. Like imagine this, like Chad went live on MLC to tell them how he got fucked over by them and how they lied to him and gave him bad advice and had no examples of any of it. That's what happened here yesterday. Literally, the judge at one point says to him, did you think you could just say he's blackmailing you or attacking you or threatening you and provide no evidence of it? And we would just take your generalities? She's like, did you think that's what was going to happen today? And I swear to God, now this isn't all back to back, but there was a moment where Butch Bradley said the words, and this will be in the transcript, I hope. I don't know how court transcriptions work, but it should be everything, right? Even my rolling laughter should be like LOLs. At one point, Butch Bradley said, I did not see this turning around on me. Oh, what the fuck? How did you not see it turning around on you? You're dumb. Because you're dumb, Butch. You're fucking dumb as fuck, Larry. You didn't see how this would come back on you. You're dumb. You didn't prepare anything. You said that I was stalking you and your life was in immediate danger. And when asked why, you said, he drunk podcast about me for hours. How did you sleep? Turn it off. It's not like I put them on VHS and mail them to your house. Turn it off. This isn't even for you, Larry. This is not meant for Larry Bradley. This is meant for everyone else in the comedy industry. Stay away from Butch Bradley. He's a lying, manipulative piece of shit. Stay away from Butch Bradley. He's a scam artist. Stay away from Butch Bradley. He dumb. He dumb. Larry dumb as fuck. Honk, honk.
That's what she said.
I mean, God. This is it. Any lawyer looked over this application you sent would have been like, yeah, but do you have any examples of the things you're accusing him of? It'd be like you just stapling McMuffin receipts to this. That has just as much bearing. And when we went into that court, I got to tell you this. I guess I just got to talk you through the story. But we're not quite done yet. One more document to show you. I wake up yesterday morning around 7 a.m., sleeping in, to go to court. And I had a strange email that had bounced back, undeliverable. Somebody had signed up for the overdose overnight. Hi, Michelle Melton. I was like, Michelle Melton? Thank you for your subscription to the Overdose. We appreciate your support. Your account is now active. Below are details about your Overdose account and a receipt for your initial membership. Michelle Melton, bachokita10@yahoo.com. I didn't redact this email because it's bouncing back. I assume it's not a real email. And then the address was 3950 South Las Vegas Boulevard, Unit 1, Las Vegas 89119. And I was like, Michelle Melton, Las Vegas, joining the Overdose? What? And I Googled that address. And it comes back to the Day Beach Club at the Venetian. And I was like, I doubt she lives there. And then I Googled the phone number just to see who that is. And it goes back to somebody with the same last name as Butch's fiance. So we got a real crack team working on gathering evidence against me. They started gathering evidence the night before the trial, I guess, the night before the hearing. The night before the hearing is when they decide to get Overdose membership and go. Now, I deactivated this Overdose account because the email address is not correct, and that's just not going to fly on my system. But I didn't put two and two together. I woke up to this and I thought, that's fucking weird. And then I went to court. So I didn't know yet that that was Butch's secret Overdose account. I get to court early. Probably 9:30. I head up to courtroom 7C on the 7th floor. Department 12 of the Las Vegas Justice Court. Shout outs to them.
I don't care.
I sit down in the back. The bailiff comes over, asks my name, asks me if I have a case. I give him all that. He checks me in. And I wait. He tells me they're still doing the 8 o'clock block, and then they have the 9 o'clock block, and I'm the 10 o'clock. So it might be a while. The 8 o'clock proceeds to wrap up pretty quickly. Now they're doing all the people who are like in their like jail uniforms, you know, like waiting like arraignment and stuff. So then Butch walks in. I hear the door open behind me. I look, I'm sitting, so the courtroom doors are like here. Right when you walk in the courtroom doors, I sit down in the very back row, right next to the doors. So you can't walk in and not see me. Also, like, you have to sit in front of me. You can't sit behind and watch me. I'm going to be watching you. So the door opens. Butch Bradley walks in looking rough. He's almost fully gray now. It's bad. He's almost fully gray. And it must really upset him to see a young, healthy, virile man like myself in peak physical condition, top of my game, #1 album on iTunes, hardly any gray, Apache as it may be. It's not, if my hair is not patchy, you fucks. It might be combed. I see what you're saying, though. It might be combed weird or something. Patchy hair. Oh, shit. So Butch walks in. I shit you not. This is what happens. He walks in, sees me, and mumbles under his breath.
Writing with rounded letters can be a sign you're relaxed and open-minded. Writing with rigid, pointy letters can mean you're tense.
Using heavy pen pressure could signal you're energetic or emotional. Light pen pressure might indicate you avoid confrontation.
Crossing your T's lower on the stem could be a sign of low self-esteem, while T-bars high on the stem indicates very high self-esteem.
Imagine Tukey teaching you about self-esteem. So he walks in, he sees me immediately to his left in the back, and starts on the row in front of me, starts going, their benches, starts going down the row, and I hear him mumble, this is 100% real. He mumbles, ridiculous. I didn't know how to interpret that at the time, but now thinking back about it, thank you, Micah Mills. I appreciate all your support today on my album launch day and my court victory day. Now looking back on it, I think he was genuinely surprised that I showed. And looking back, you know, it says if I don't appear that the judge could go ahead and grant the order for protection. I don't think that would have happened if I just didn't even show. I don't think that would have happened if I just didn't go at all and let Butch go hang himself. Because that's what I realized very quickly. I had a plan to go in there. I knew I was going to be getting the transcript. I knew I was going to win. I knew I was going to be getting the transcript from this and sending it off to one of those Fiverr acting farms. And I wanted to make it entertaining. Not to make a mockery of the court if this ever gets played back. Because the mockery of the court had already been made by Larry. You know, this is a giant waste of time and resources. As a matter of fact, I was trying to expedite it by preparing a statement. I was pretty sure that I could clear all of this up with the reading of a statement that I ran by my lawyer. I made sure this was all okay. This is the statement. In October 2015, I read this in court. In October 2015, Lawrence Bradley hired me. I called him Lawrence the whole day in court. I kept going, well, Lawrence, the whole day. And he hated it. He hated it. I called him Lawrence the whole day. And no one in this town ever don't call him Lawrence again. He's Lawrence Bradley. LB. Lawrence Bradley. In October 2015, Lawrence Bradley hired me to headline his comedy club and failed to pay me. After weeks of asking and being lied to, I talked about Lawrence not paying me on my podcast and built a website to document his lies, which Lawrence conveniently included in his application for protection here today. In the weeks that followed, Lawrence threatened to have family members come to my apartment in New York and texted me one night at 3 a.m. that he was outside my apartment. He trashed my name to other comedians, clubs, and bookers during that time. When I made the decision to move to Las Vegas from New York City in 2017, I didn't even know Lawrence lived here. I just kept on with the Lawrence. Every time I did it, he was just... He had me blackmailed from clubs he works at and has influence at, and convinced other comedians not to associate with me. In 2018, we met to discuss the situation, and to make amends, he offered to help me get work at clubs I didn't have access to at the time. We never really talked after that. In 2021, Lawrence was calling around town trying to get my address from other comedians and texting me and calling me and leaving me messages telling me he was on his way over. I ignored all those texts and calls completely. Months later, a friend of Lawrence threatened to come to a show and hit me with a pipe publicly on Facebook. That person came to that show, showed several other comedians a knife, and told them it was for Melton in retaliation for Lawrence. I have had no other contact with Lawrence ever in my life. I just kept on with the Lawrence. I don't know where he lives. I have never threatened him or asked anyone else to threaten him. I have never tried to get his address from anyone. I have never said or done anything to indicate I intend to stalk, harass, or harm him in any way. I haven't communicated with Lawrence since 2018. The last time I spoke about Lawrence, and he was a subject of my podcast, was December 6, 2022. I have never done anything else to Lawrence or his family that would warrant an order of protection. Lawrence has perjured himself numerous times in his application, which contains evidence contradicting his own claims. Lawrence claims he doesn't owe me money, but also claims that he tried to pay me twice and I refused. That is absurd. I'd love for him to pay me today. Please write a check or Venmo. I have never threatened him or his fiance, stalked him, threatened to stalk him, or anything remotely similar. A comedian receiving a direct message on social media saying I'm coming to see you tonight does not constitute a threat. Lying and saying someone is blackmailing you with no further details or evidence does not make it true. This is a spiteful overture of revenge which aims to see me banned from going to comedy clubs all around town to hurt my livelihood for no reason at all other than spite. Aside from one exception where he invited me to come and perform at a show he was on in 2018, I have never come to a comedy club or show in any location if I know he will be there, specifically to avoid conflict and out of respect for the clubs and the owners. This is not the first time Lawrence has attempted to disparage my reputation publicly, and he should be held accountable for false claims and wasting the court's time and resources today. So I read that about 20 to 30 minutes into the proceedings. We get called and we sit down and she starts with him, of course. And I'm not allowed to talk, so I can't clear anything up. I just have to watch these two people who don't know what's going on and who can't, Butch can't explain shit. Larry's a dummy. So she's confused as fuck because she has all these pages attached to this complaint But they're all like texts between Butch and I, and they're all like with him aggressing me. So she's looking through it. It's the website. It's got all the graphics. She's like, what is this? And he's like, this is what he does. This is what he does. And Butch starts telling her right off the bat that, and again, the details are a little fuzzy. It'll all come out in the transcript. Somewhere towards the beginning, Butch says that I posted pictures from inside his house. And this one, I have to sit there and just listen. I'm not allowed to talk. And she's like, he posted pictures inside your house? And he's like, yeah, he posted all these personal pictures, the inside of my house, the outside of my house, posting my fiance, personal photos. And she's like, so he's been inside your house? How did he get inside your house? And then Butch says, this is all real. Butch says, I don't know how he got him. I don't know if he was in my house or I don't know what happened. And she's like, did you post photos inside his house? I said, no, I scrolled through his social media. He has photos he took of the interior of his house and videos, like walking around his, Dia de los Muertos, his Halloween for his Spanish wife around their shitty house, showing their shitty orange peel textured walls and their shitty little altar with shitty little Jesus candles and all your shitty little music and all your shitty little jars of salsa with your shitty little fiance and your shitty little home with your shitty little life, Larry. You posted it. And then I scroll through it on my show, and then you tell a judge I posted pictures of your home?
How dare you!
So it takes 10 minutes for this to clear up. He won't just say, no, I had the photos up on my Facebook, and then he just talked about them on a show. He takes 10 minutes to clear that up. And she's going through every page of the website. Now, what's this message? And she's asking him, are these legitimate messages between you and him? He's like, I don't even know. Yeah, they are. Some of them probably, they probably are. This guy is so emotional and so flustered. He cannot make a point. He's the same guy I wanted to go on Judge Duty with back in 2015. Even clean. He's supposedly clean now. He can't formulate a thought. He's a nervous wreck. He was shaking the entire day, trembling. I'm not kidding. Butch Bradley, Larry Bradley, Vegas's top comedian who you all look up to, was in a courtroom with little fat me. Little fat me. Nothing, nobody, me, who can't get a gig in Vegas to save his life. Nobody will put me on their stage. You're welcome on every stage, you big star. Trembling in the courtroom. I'm not shitting you. He said, my fiance was terrified to come to court today because he's done nothing but attack and torment her. I don't know, you dumb bitch. I don't even know, you stupid bitch. Fuck you. How's this going, you fucking idiot? Attacking and tormenting. You trembling in your home? Turn it off. Stop showing her it. What terrified her when I ate her salsa and said it was good? Why are you terrifying your fucking fiance, you fucking idiot? Turn it off. Do you know what Butch said? He said that every night he's scared to death when he goes to do his shows. He said every night fans come up to me after the show and I have to worry that it might be an onion. I have to worry that it might be one of Melton's people. Every night I'm scared to when people approach me after. What the fuck? Who knew we were wreaking such havoc on this fucking idiot? So I really have to tell you, leave him alone. You have to leave him alone. It's terrorizing his life. Like, I'm not kidding you. When this transcript comes out, you're going to see a bitch beg. You're going to see a bitch begging. At one point, he said to the judge, "You got to give me this or you're just giving him another podcast about me." You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Probably 10 more. As if I wouldn't talk about how you tried to fucking disrupt my life again, you fuck. I hope it was all worth it, you idiot. She asked if I wanted to go to mediation. And I said, to mediate what? We don't even disagree. He owes me the money. He tried to pay me the money, he said. Give me the money. And she's like, and then you'll stop talking about him? I go, that implies blackmail. That implies blackmail. I said, you know what it will do? It'll change the narrative. It'll put a button on the story that's different, won't it? And then he paid me and made things right. That's what it'll do. But you're not going to catch me going, yeah, if he gives me the money, I'll stop talking about him. That's blackmail. That's more of a other people's gimmick. Chad does that kind of shit. Nice try. So, like, there will never be a time until I die where I stop telling people about Butch Bradley, Larry, stealing money from me, hiring me, and not paying me. That happened. That's a fact. And any turmoil or terror or guilt or anger or fear or anxiety he's feeling is internal. I do not send stuff or text or call. I do not try to get his address. I've never been over there. I don't know where he lives. By the way, this is, again, Big Tough. This is the best. He's been voted the best comedian in Vegas 4 years in a row. Even though I have him on tape saying I'm way funnier than him. And we don't even need to go to the iTunes charts to see how that worked out. This guy's a wreck. He was a wreck. He literally is like, this is fucking up my life. What's fucking up your life? I did a search. Like, there really might be 20 hours of audio talking about Butch Bradley. And I said that, the last time he was a big subject of the podcast was December 2022. And she's like, you haven't mentioned him since then? I go, well, I can't say that I haven't mentioned him. I do 5 hours a day, Your Honor. I mentioned, whenever somebody comes up, I mention them. I'm on MLC, I've talked about Butch. I went on the Laugh After Dark podcast and talked about Butch. I tell anybody who will listen, she was laughing. I was like, I'm never going to stop telling people this story. This is part of my life. I'm allowed to tell this story. She's like, this is free speech. She told him at the very beginning, like, this is free speech. He's allowed to berate you. He's allowed to criticize you. And then he tried to make me sound he's like, he's making fun of my wife's heritage. A cucaracha. She's like, he put on a sombrero and ate her salsa and made fun of her. You goddamn right I did. Where are the crimes? Where are the crimes, Larry? Fuck your wife. Fuck her salsa. Fuck you. What planet do you live on? And then he started this whole thing like, he's not even a real comedian. I'm a real comedian. I'm a pro comedian. He's a YouTuber. He's a radio guy. He just talks into his podcast. And he goes, he doesn't even do a professional one. He goes for like 4 hours. It's like every radio guy ever does 4 hours professionally. Every radio show you've ever loved in your life does a 4-hour block. 6 to 10 a.m. is morning drive. Okay? 10 to 2 is midday. 2 to 6 is afternoon drive. Every radio station, everywhere in the world, throughout time, 4-hour blocks. That came out of his mouth and I almost died. He's not even professional. He does like 4 hours at a time. He kept grasping at straws that do not matter. She kept going, do you have anything to back up what you're saying? He couldn't produce it. He just kept babbling and babbling, sucking up to them. He kept trying to influence her. You know, I do the police benevolent ball, and I do comedy for a lot of city workers, and I give back to the community, and I do the... I'm actually going to Afghanistan in 3 weeks. So I'm a real, that's what he said. I'm a real working comic. I work all over the world. I've been to Afghanistan. It's like, who hasn't? You think I haven't done USO tours? Think I've never performed in Kuwait? Fuck. You think I've never been to all the comedy festivals you worked at? You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Oh, you have a residency down at the LA Comedy Club where you make $1,000 a week, you fucking pussy. Great job. I'd rather stay home and make more. Keep those super chats coming. Like, I mean, it's how he thought this was going to go versus how it went needs to be a meme.
Writing with a crucifix nail dipped in chicken blood indicates you're a fucking psycho. Get out of my dad.
Get out of my dad. Get out of my dad. I got to check my brisket temp. Hold on. I can't even reach here. No reading. I'm not getting any readings because I'm too far. Oh. Maybe. Every once in a while it catches a reading. How will I ever know my brisket temps? How will I ever know that brisket temp? This court proceeding was wild. Just so many really, really funny moments. I had to explain to the judge the prank of buying his wife's salsa company name. He literally goes, he stole my wife's salsa company. He keeps attacking my wife. She's like, you stole his wife's salsa company? I go, no. I go, she didn't buy the domain name for her company, Carla's Homemade Salsa. And so somebody bought the domain name and redirected it to Nobody Likes Onions. It's a simple, cheap prank. And she's like, so you bought that domain name and redirected it? I said, I don't even remember. I don't. I said, to be clear, I'm not above it. I have done those pranks before in the past. I bought bitchbradley.com. I bought butchbetterhavemymoney.com back in, I had all these domains as jokes. I don't remember who bought it may be mine. I may own that. But it might be like Flappers Comedy or any, like, fans buy domain names and redirect them to the show. I can't help that. And she kept trying to clarify, but it's like, again, none of this has anything to do with anything here. So finally she gets out of him that they're his photos he posted of inside his house. So I've done nothing wrong. Remember, this guy has two big, like, Dobermans too. Just like you would never expect this guy to be such a giant pussy. Let it be known from this day forward that running around Vegas is one of the biggest comedy thin-skinned pussies in the world. Butch motherfucking Bradley. Larry Bradley. Thanks for becoming a member, Adam Trans. You should become a member too. It's Friday. We're going to have a members only stream tonight. And you'd be remiss to not join now and join us. $1.99 membership gets you access to watch and participate in all live shows. Join the Overdose Light level, $9.99. I'd love you to step up to that and get access on demand to almost everything we do here on the channel, past shows, present shows. And if you want access to the full archives all the way back to 2005, including the original Butch Bradley stuff from 2015, how it all went down. Most of it's available at hideawaycomedy.com, but the rest of it's in the Overdose. Thank you for your support, joining up and supporting this show. Cannot do it without you, 100%. Crumb Alpha. Sorry I sent Larry over the edge. My bad. I mean, Larry sounds like a fucking nervous Nelly. Melton guilty of character assassination. Excuse you? Come on.
Writing with a crucifix nail dipped in chicken blood indicates you're a fucking psycho. Get out of my dad.
There's so many moments, and I'm not going to be able to remember them without the transcript. I really thought I would have it yesterday, and but maybe Monday. Maybe by Monday or Tuesday, I'll have that in hand. I can't see a reason I wouldn't scan the whole thing. When he told me I wasn't a real comedian, I was cracking up the people. Oh, I haven't told you the funniest part of the whole thing. So at some point, he's like, I can't even describe to you like the level of harassment and what this has done to my family. This is interrupting, like, you know, eat, sleep, work. Like, we can't do anything without the constant attacks and fear. Again, like I'm doing. When was the last time we mentioned Butch Bradley? Like, get real. W, man, thanks for joining Overdose. Like, go back into the past and try to make a case about it now. Yes, she kept going like, so do you have anything from like current? Is he like, he says the last time he made you a subject of his podcast was December 2023. You're saying May 16th, you got messages saying, I'm coming to see you. This isn't from Patrick. Why do you feel like you're in danger from Patrick? He's just like, it just doesn't stop. Like, you got to make him stop. You got to make him not talk about me. And she's just like, that's not what this is. You filled out the wrong form. She told him, she's like, you can either, like, if you feel like you're in danger or he's threatening you, you call the police. You call the police, which you've never done. He's never come over. He's never threatened you. But if he ever does, that's how you handle it. You call the police. If he says, I'm coming to get you, you're what? And she was like, I'm never banning it. Like, I'm not going to ban him from comedy clubs. I'm going to let you know that right from the beginning. I'm never banning him from these comedy clubs. That's stupid. She's like, this is Las Vegas. This is the entertainment capital of the world. You claiming he followed you here is insane. You both work in the business. It's not like I never worked in Vegas. It's not like I had no friends in Vegas. It's not like I didn't know what I was doing in Vegas. Butch ran away from Atlantic City to Vegas because his club got shut down there. If anything, Butch ran away from New York, from me. If anything, that's what happened. So she keeps like, she was like, you know, I have cases where two Las Vegas showgirls out on the strip who, like, you know, get all up in the feathers and stuff, take photos with tourists. They get into a fight, and one of them wants to ban the other one, get a restraining order to ban the other one from the Las Vegas Strip. She goes, that's never going to happen. You're not going to take away someone else's ability to go to a place they work for no good reason. So she said, nice try. And he just, as it went on and on, he kept going. I was like laughing under my breath, and he would go, oh, you think that's funny? And I'd be like, yeah. And she'd be like, you guys can't talk. So she told us we both got scolded up top, like, don't talk to each other, talk to me. And then he kept doing it. What just happened? Ian Hawk, 5 memberships. This is my dog. This is my dog. This is my dog. This is my dog. Thank you for those memberships.
You can call me Nannerpuss.
If you are the lucky recipient of one of those memberships,
You're going to like the way you look.
You're going to like the way you look. So where was I? Fucking hell. It was so much. It was so much. He made fun of her heritage, Your Honor. I work for the troops, Your Honor. I'm a respected member of the community. He's a joke. He's a clown. At one point he was like, if what he was doing was funny, I could let it slide, but that's not comedy. Oh, this is good. There was something like this. He's like, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. And I was like, I don't know. Hundreds of people pay me and think it's funny. Hundreds of people watch every morning and think it's funny. And she's like, so let me ask you this, Mr. Bradley. In your stand-up comedy, do you not make fun of anyone? Do you not make fun of anyone? And he goes, I don't. Let me just tell you, I'm one of the only comics who's not. He goes, I'm not a hack. I'm not a hack. I'm going to Afghanistan in a couple months. I'm not a hack. And she's like, I don't know what a hack is, but I guess that's somebody who makes fun of other people. And he's like, I'm not a hack. And she's like, you don't make fun of anybody. You've never talked about a politician on stage. You don't make fun of a celebrity on stage. You've never done an impression that wasn't flattering. She goes, I've never seen a comic that doesn't do that. You don't talk about anybody on stage. He's like, I don't, Your Honor. I'm not a hack. I'm not a hack. And then she's like, well, she said this. She goes, I like Chris Rock. But Chris Rock makes fun of people, and I would imagine those people he makes fun of and berates don't enjoy it. And then Butch was like, Chris Rock is a victim. He was slapped in the face. And she's like, that's neither here nor there. I'm saying, like, Chris Rock comics make fun of people. Like, that's all he's doing is making fun of you. You don't do that at all to anyone? I don't, Your Honor. I'm not a hack. I'm not a hack. And she's like, okay, so there's comedians like you who don't make fun of anyone. And then there's comedians like Patrick and Chris Rock. She said that. Something like, so there's comedians like you and then like him, like Chris Rock. And then she's like, I like Chris Rock. And I'm just dying. Like, this is not going well for him. And by the way, I'm shooting myself in the foot by laughing in a courtroom. But I just know that there's no way in good conscience she could grant this. And so she's like, you say like he threatens you. You can't just say someone threatens you. Where are these threats? And he's like, on his podcast. Every day he talks about me. Every day. He kept saying that. Every day, hours and hours. It's endless, Your Honor. He attacks me, attacks my family. She's scared to go out. I'm scared to come off stage. Every day, Your Honor. Every day with the relentless attacking and the threats. And she's like, do you have one? Do you have anything? Hello. And he's like, it's on his website. It's on his podcast. It's like, do you think that the court is going to comb through that? You have to bring in the thing that upset you, you fucking idiot. Like, you really are just the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met. You have to bring it in. What are you mad about? Where's the threat? When you claim that someone's threatening you, when you claim that someone's blackmailing you, bring it in. So he's like, oh, very recent, Your Honor, in the past 5 months, definitely. So I'm sitting there like, okay. And she's like, well, where is it? And he's like, I didn't know I should have brought my lawyer. And she's like, well, the lawyer's not going to fabricate evidence. Like, where's the thing that you're upset about? He dressed up like a Mexican and ate my wife's salsa. And she's like, yeah. Even making fun of someone's heritage is allowed. That's allowed. He's allowed to talk about you. Where are the threats? And he goes, if you give me 5 or 10 minutes, Your Honor, I'll have it pulled up. I've got a team. They're combing through all the stuff. Can I have 5 minutes to get it together? And she's like, yeah, take 10 or 15. And then Butch goes, may I use the restroom? while I'm out there. It's not grade school, but you're allowed to piss. You're not in trouble. We're all here because you brought us here. You're allowed to go pee. I know you're almost going in your pants, you little bitch. You're allowed to go potty. So the clerks and the stenographer and the bailiff, Butch leaves. And they're all like, do you need to take a recess or go out? I'm like, I'm good. I was like, I'd love a water. Is there anywhere I can grab a water around here? And she's like, I'll bring you a water. The judge brings me a water. I'm getting water. Like a green room. So Butch goes out for 10 minutes, comes back in, says he's ready. He's got it. All these things run through my head when he leaves the room to go look up all this stuff. I'm thinking in my head, like, what if I just go? What if I just bring up my website and shut it down right now so that he can't pull up anything? What if I lock down the overdose? What if I just... And then I just go, he's incompetent. I know for a fact I've never sat here and been like, go attack Butch Bradley. Go. And by the way, again, I'm saying, leave him the fuck alone. I'm not kidding you. It's being very, very, very bad for him. He's having high anxiety and it's fucking up his life. Knock it off. 2 messages have this guy crying to the courts. 2 messages sent this guy reeling. Him and his fucking salsa queen can't leave the house. They can't even go have a nice night at Arby's. They're just trembling. His whole drive to work, his whole drive home, getting off stage. He said, every night I get off stage and people come up to me and I never know if anybody's going to be mean. Some people might be mean. Some people might be mad at me because of the shitty thing I did to that nobody when I was a piece of shit, when I was a drugged out alcoholic piece of shit, allegedly. I never know if anybody's watching me because they like me or if they're watching me because I'm a fucking weirdo spaz. Ah, good. Everywhere you go, you should wonder, do people know you're a fucking fraud? Everywhere you go, you should be worried about whether people know you're a fucking thief. Fuck you. You fucked over the wrong guy. I will never let this go. It'd be a crime to. If I said, if you pay me, I'll let this go, that'd be a crime. So I never am letting this go. You stole my money. I shall never stop screaming it from the mountaintops, Lawrence. Get your guy. Get your lawyer. Spend thousands. Get your team to comb through all the evidence. We're waiting. We'll be waiting. So he leaves the room. He's going to come back. I'm honestly scrolling through Facebook. Finally, I'm just like, what's he gonna come back with? You know, I know it's going to be kangaroo court the minute he comes back in and tries to find the right spot in a clip and play it. I know that it's going to be outlandish. It's going to be me being silly as fuck. And I'm there for it. And he comes in and the bailiff goes, are you ready? And he goes, I'm ready. He goes and gets the judge. She comes back in. Everybody gets all set back up. This team of people he's assembled for this serious claim. He proceeds to start playing a clip from the show where I wear the sombrero and eat a salsa. By the way, we have some of the salsa here. It's Carla's homemade salsa. Carla's homemade salsa. And you can eat it and get real sick. He starts playing it. I start laughing. I say, this is so hard to listen to myself. The judge takes his phone. She's watching it. I'm talking about how embarrassing it is that Butch sells salsa after shows. setting up his table, clanking the bags of salsa as he sets them up. Little bags of fresh chips his wife has made. After a comedy show, this motherfucker sets up a table with little jars of salsa and chips. The number one comedian in Vegas, his merch is a food truck. His merch is a church bake sale where he's handing out jars of salsa and chips, 2 for $20. And I'm just ragging on how ridiculous that looks as a pro comic. Going, if my wife made turquoise earrings on Etsy, I sure wouldn't be setting up a table to sell those for her after the show. And I'm laughing, and she tells me I have to stop laughing. She tells me it's not funny, and I say, yes, it is. And she goes, it's not. This is a serious court matter. Please control yourself. So at that point, I rein it in because I can tell she's getting this. She might flip it out of spite at that point. So I'm like, all right. But you'll see her have to tell me to stop laughing several times. I'm literally performing, and I'm like, Your Honor, this is silly. This is crazy. And he even calls me out. He's like, Your Honor, see, he's performing. This is all theater. I'm a real comic. This guy's just a blah, 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 blah. Is that what it is, Larry? Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Lawrence's lawyer. Lawrence's? Chris Young, congratulations on your successful litigation. Thank you. Thank you. So she listens to 3 or 4 minutes of this, me talking about his wife's jars of salsa that he sells after shows. And she's like, okay, is that it? And hands it back to him. And she's like, she's like, this is from September. She's like, this is from 2021. You said in the last 5 months he's threatened you. There was no threats in this. And she's like, rewind to the beginning, Your Honor. He talks about her heritage. And she's like, yeah, do you have any other videos of the threats? And then he goes on this giant thing about how he's going to Afghanistan and works for the troops and knows several police officers from the Benevolent Society and performs with them. And he talked to them about it, and they told him to file this because this is serious and it's ramping up. He's like, my police friends told me this is ramping up and I need to get it taken care of. It's like ramping up. 2015, it was ramping up. Today, it's like a callback to a joke of a guy. You're a joke of a guy. We're laughing because you're trembling 8 years later about a joke, you fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot, Butch. Please. I look forward to the next one. Get the lawyer and get the lawsuit. He said, I'm not letting this go. There's going to be a lawsuit. Get it going, Butch. Get it going. Let me tell you something. If you get any lawyer that proceeds with this case, you have a lawyer who's taking you for a fucking ride. We're going to take all your Stratty dollars, Daddy. Stratty, Daddy? We're going to take all your Stratosphere dollars. So keep working for your $1,000 a week down there. Get ready to hand it all over to a lawyer because combing through hours and hours and hours of podcasts is really tough, especially when your Michelle Melton overdose account has been canceled. It's, is there any path to redemption for Larry? I mean, no. He's old. He's dumb. He looked like a fucking maniac. Don't come to court again without a lawyer. You look like a fucking retard. Don't do it again. Spend all your money. Keep ruining your own life over trolls. Keep ruining your own life over Melton telling the story about the time you ripped him off. Now, you and your fucking salsa queen should be saving up for a new trailer. You should be saving up for nicer lot fees. But you're not. You're running around, spending your time and money, trying to get a guy who makes fun of your wife for making salsa. Fuck your salsa wife. Fuck that salsa wife. Like what are we doing? The judge was like, he seems obsessed with you. He seems like he's not ready to turn the page. I was like, Your Honor, this is a very small part of my life. I've turned the page. You think I'm ever getting this money? Think I'm getting this money? No, but I will keep telling the story about what an idiot he is. Important question, Dr. Sketty Tuchan says, after the judge watched the clip of your show, did she sign up for the overdose? No, but when I said I had a special coming out tomorrow, one of the court clerks wrote it down. There were 2 court clerks, a bailiff, and 1 court stenographer. I guess, I don't even know if they call them stenographers. She was on a laptop. And she had to keep telling me when I read my statement, finally, she had to keep telling me to slow it down. I was reading too fast. And the woman couldn't keep up. So she asked him if he has another video, and he's like, goes on this whole thing about cops he knows and Afghanistan and giving back. And she literally just goes, I just asked if you had another video. And he kept going, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm sorry. He was so flustered and all over the place. And again, at one point he was so downtrodden and beaten to death, he was just like, I did not see this going this way. I did not see this flipping around on me. It's like, again, I didn't see it any other way. I never even... Bone in the Carbarian, 5 memberships. Thank you. What a nice guy. We got a bone in Carbarian. Oh, wow. I just got a $20 Venmo. I just happened to look down at my phone from Stella B. Thanks, Stella. What's happening today? Can you order my album? Are you having fun? Go check out the album. If you didn't hear earlier, I'm promising you the worst 6 minutes of the album are in that free preview. If you watch that free preview and you're like, airplane jokes, all right, we get it. Pretty basic. Download the rest of the album. I promise to undersell, over deliver. Ask people who have heard the whole thing. It's timid and mild at the beginning. I gotta make fun of myself before I make fun of other people. But check it out. It's a good comedy album. I promise. If you don't like comedy, it's a bad comedy album. Okay? You don't have to be mean about it. So when she's like, so you have no other clips, no other... She's like, did you think you could come in here and just say he's threatening you and blackmailing you and not provide any... He's like, I didn't know I needed to bring that today. She's like, it's all on his website. It's on the Overdose. His website's very hard to use. That's what she said. His website's very hard to use. But today was the day. You had 2 weeks. And you get some idiot friend of the family to sign up for the Overdose the night before and then did nothing. You had no shows. You had no clips. You had no timestamps. Even if you did, I have a feeling they'd all be just me making fun of you. Yeah, you have a stupid Mexican fiance. You sell stupid salsa after your shows. You're a stupid ginger. You are a stupid man who filed a stupid application to get a stupid protection order from a guy who doesn't bug you at all. You're not even supposed to hear this. This is a warning to the world about Larry. It's not an essay to Larry. Well, then why do you talk directly to him the whole show, Patrick? It's a narrative device. Narrative? You trying to control that? Yeah. This was one of the most wild things I've ever been a part of. While it was going down, all I could sit there and think was, my show's being played in a courtroom. I've always wanted this. This is amazing. And then the judge is like, you seem to think you're pretty funny, Mr. Melton. I said, I think I'm the best. That's what I said. I go, I love me. I think I'm great. And they were all laughing. I had them rolling. I had them laughing. There's no salsa icons in chat. Yeah, we should get little jars of salsa to bounce around. Little bouncing jars of salsa. I had everything I've ever wanted. It's everything and it sounds like he ain't going away. It sounds like he's not going away. Sounds like this is we've only just begun. So I'm excited. I'm here for it, whatever happens next. And I look forward to bringing you a little theater as soon as we get this transcript. We will go over every line. We will read it. Maybe we'll have listeners call in and read it. But I do mean it. This is not a bit. This is not a joke, not tongue in cheek. It's not a dog whistle. We don't need to reach out to him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. At one point, she said she wasn't sure she was reading the description of harassment, like that would cause a reasonable person, and she's like, I haven't decided that about you yet. To Butch, I just so many little moments. There were so many little moments that I can't even recall them all. But the transcript will have everything. 2 AI voices to it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We might have to do that, Moody. Script some sort of AI theater. But there it is. That is the legal matter at hand. Please, again, we don't need to make fun of this idiot to his face. He doesn't have to find out about it. Don't tag him. Don't harass him. Leave him alone. The last thing I need is any more trouble with this dork. Make fun of him on our Discord. Make fun of him on Twitter to me. Don't. I'm deadly serious. Don't make more trouble for me about this shit. We can talk all we want. We can point and laugh all we want. There's nothing he can or will ever be able to do about that. I even gave that piece of advice to him at the end of the session. It'll be on the transcript. Of course, I can't talk to him, but I talk to her. I go, I've been made fun of. People make fun of me a lot to this day. Don't watch it. Turn it off. That's my advice. This is the world we are in. This is the realm we play in. Because she didn't understand it. She's like, I don't really get this stuff. The judge is Queen Elizabeth. I'm inviting him to our Discord. I mean, I'm not kidding, Ian. Please don't. A quick way to get on my shit list and to never be cool with me again is to harass Butch Bradley. Just leave him alone. I'm not kidding. The dude was a wreck. And he's neurotic and has anxiety anyway. I mean, he was shaking his leg and shaking in the like, we can't do anything. We can't go out to dinner. And it's not that we're doing anything to him. He's so scared. He's so scared of Melton and the onions. This fucking pussy. He really is. So leave him the fuck alone. Just let him just fucking eat his own brain with worry. Don't give him any ammo. By the way, he doesn't need it. He's going to come watch these shows. He's going to spiral. He's people are seeing the website. People see the shit. They know about him. They ask about him. That's why it's driving him nuts. Producers for movies, people who hire him, people who are going to give him parts and things. They Google his name. He said it. Your Honor, you Google my name and all his stuff comes up. And she goes, I'm not Googling anything. And he goes, well, I didn't mean that you should Google it. That's not what we're doing. That's not what this is. This is for you and your family fearing for immediate danger. Not, I don't like what he says about me on the net. Not, I don't like what comes up in search results when you search my name. You think I like what comes up in search results when you search my name? The other Patrick Melton who wrote the Saw movies? Fuck that guy. No, I'm kidding. Imagine trying to get a restraining order on someone because you don't like what comes up when you Google your name. He's like, I need protection. I have no protection. He kept saying that. I don't have any protection, Your Honor. Protection from what? Words? Aren't you a wordsmith kind of guy? Aren't you supposed to be some ha-ha Hemingway? And yet you're just, I mean, I'm not kidding you. The dude was a wreck. He was a wreck. I don't say it to make fun, although I say it to make a lot of fun. And I would feel guilty had I done anything to him. All I'm doing is talking about you being a piece of shit, in my opinion. Your stupid wife and her dumb salsa business. That's all I'm doing. I can't believe you keep subjecting. It's like when Rodney Wayne was like, my mom's a mess about this. It's like, why'd you send it to your mom? Why'd you send my show to that old mom? Don't send your show to that old mom. Don't send your show to wives. Don't send my show to your wife. Don't send my show to your mom. This show's not made for moms and wives. This show's not made for Salsa Sallies. This is for like-minded men to listen to while docking on a Saturday evening. Okay? That's this podcast. He doesn't need a restraining order. He needs a PR team. He can't afford that. He's just confused about the law. She's like, I mean, this. So then she broke it down. She read those definitions to him, the stalking, the harassment. And she asked him, which of these do you think he's doing to you? And he's like, stalking? Like it's a multiple choice test. You know, I'm not asking you to shoehorn your situation into one. What of these has he done to you? Harassment? Under this definition, what did he won't leave us alone. He just talks for her. He kept going. He gets drunk. He gets drunk and talks for hours, Your Honor. Every day he talks about me. Every day. Don't flatter yourself. No one talks about you for hours every day. Just so insane. But he left. He was really upset. He lost. And they hold me back in the courtroom for a couple minutes. They're like, let him go down the elevator and stuff. And they told him, don't wait around. You know, you leave the building. We hold you for 3 or 4 minutes. Then we'll let you leave the building. So I stay there and I'm talking to the bailiff for a little bit, shooting the shit. And then I leave and I go to the bathroom on the 7th floor and I proceed down the elevator to the customer service department. They actually call it customer service. I don't know why. To get, to file a Freedom of Information Act to get a copy of the transcript for the case. I don't know if it'll be available right away, but I hope so. And as soon as I get off the elevators down on the ground floor, Butch is in the elevator bank hallway still. It's been 8 minutes. He's down there like pacing, walking around waiting for me to come out. So I kind of like duck over to the side because they told us not to interact. And I see him like just pacing and like he's almost looking around at the different departments in the courthouse, you know, municipal, city hall, whatever the fuck this is. He's looking around at all the departments like they're options, like traffic tickets. No, I can't get him with that. Civil litigation, maybe. Protective order. Already trying to do that. That's what he was doing, like looking around like it was a menu. And so I kind of hung back and like an officer saw me like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm not supposed to be near that guy. He was supposed to leave. And he's like, well, you can go out the back way. And I was like, I'll wait. Like, it's not a problem, but like, what does he do? So finally Butch left. And I wait and I go to get the transcript. She tells me the case is still updating. She says probably Monday. And I have to drive down there to get it. Printed paper copy. They do not do it over email. Super helpful. And we'll have that on the show next week, I hope. Yeah. So that's what happened. That's where we're at. It's done. She told me at the end she recommends I don't talk about this on the show. Oops. And she did say I should probably check myself before I wreck myself. Famous last words. Never been one to check myself. Frequently one to wreck myself. And all that hearing was a validation that I've not done anything to this guy. And he couldn't put together a case if he tried. You know, let him get a lawyer and try to cobble together. It's like Chad going to a lawyer. It's like to be a fly on the wall of that lawyer's office. Imagine Chad or Butch Bradley trying to talk to a lawyer. No, and then it's on the website, on the Onions, on the Overdose, on the website, on the hideaway.com website, Overdose bonus website that he has on the Onion. Just a fucking nightmare. And this dude looked rough. Have a nice life, Butch. What a bitch. What a bitch. You shoot for the king, baby. You better hit. You swing for the fences. You better not have a chain link. What's the saying? It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing for him. What a waste of time. What a waste. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. He really thought he'd be walking out of there that day with like, God, Melton, he's not allowed to talk about me anymore. That's not a thing courts do in this country. That's not a thing courts do. She even admits, she's like, I'm going to deny this for two reasons. Number one, he hasn't done anything you've said he's done. And number two, even if I granted this order, it won't stop him from doing anything you're worried about. He's allowed to talk about you. He's allowed to discuss you. He's allowed to berate you. Oh, you just made fun of my wife's heritage. He's allowed to make fun of your wife's heritage. What a weird bitch thing to say anyway. You know what I mean? My wife's heritage. Fuck your wife's shitty heritage. What's your heritage? White Irish fuck? Heritage? Grow up. I don't give a fuck what color you are. She makes salsa, and your whole house is filled with like little Dia de los Muertos skulls and Jesus candles. I'm going to make fun of it. You made a fucking story video, walking around your house singing, you think we're not making fun of that? Dream on. Dream on. So that's where we are. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. If I've forgotten anything or left anything out, I'd love to answer your questions. But yeah, I had a good day. I thought it was interesting. It was fun. I'd never been to anything like that before. And again, to have my show played in a courtroom where 5 serious people, as part of their jobs, had to listen to me make fun of Butch Bradley. It's like literally, it's like he took a show making fun of him and brought it to a new audience. The judge was the only one who was like, this is stupid. Everyone, there were younger people, the clerks and the stenographer and the bailiff, and they were like laughing under their breath. Because it was just a funny, like, he didn't even play like a threatening part of the show. They just played a 3-minute really funny rant about him selling salsa after the show. This is something comedians like Big Irish Jay have passed around. This clip. It's a viral clip. It's a viral clip. People love it. Are you going to break down the Panthers overtime winner last night? I could call in. I was there. I don't know what any of that means. Is the Panthers, is that a baseball unit? Oh, I'm just run down, man. I'm ragged. I'm going to be going to bed straight after this show. We might even end a little early today. I got to be honest. It's been a rough one. What do you want to, I just need to sleep. What do you want to talk about for the last hour today? We need some ideas. I want to talk about Casey Armstrong a little bit, because I reached out to Casey a week ago about doing a show together. He said it sounds good. We should work it out. And then he's kind of like gone radio silent. He's been going on doing more shows. I'd love to go over those shows, but I also love to go over them with Casey, talk to Casey. But I don't know if Casey's coming. Chris Bueller, did he ever offer to pay you to end it, or the judge suggest he pay you? She tried to tell him he should pay me. She can't tell him to pay me. It's not really part of her. She suggested maybe we go to mediation. She said I would pay him and hope he turned the page. But it seems like Mr. Melton doesn't want to turn the page. And I kept saying, like, I'm not obsessed with him. It's not that I don't want to turn the page. To me, the page has been turned. But the story has already been written. So when people retell the story, it's the same. There's never, like, anything new to the story. It's the same story. Butch is just getting tired of hearing it. He's getting tired of people. He thought he could run to Vegas and, like, people wouldn't know about his shady history and the allegations. But they do. The internet follows you everywhere. People are asking him about it. He's anxious. People know. This is his reputation. As much as he wants to convince you he's successful and killing it, this is his reputation. I don't know. I just love that he was like, if it was funny, I'd let it go, but he's just drunk rambling. It's like, oh yeah, is that true? If it was funny, it'd be fine. When he tried to do the thing of like, I don't do mean comedy. I do, I'm not a hack. So I got called a hack in court, which was great. I had my show played in court. It was great. I gave Bob Levy a shout out. That's going to be great. And I did that mostly because he tried to fuck me through Bob Levy before. And now I'm buddies with Bob Levy. And, yeah. Oh, I plugged the album. I had a nice little day. Aliens have landed in Vegas. Have you guys seen this? I feel like this is true. You know, they released that report a couple years ago about the crafts over the Pacific Ocean. And it's just ramping up now. Rogan said it might be a psyop yesterday. So for people who haven't seen it, there was a 911 call in Vegas from a family that swears that an alien craft landed in their backyard recently. And these 10-foot creatures were outside of it. What is the... Hold on. Okay. Las Vegas aliens. I'm pretty sure this is it, right?
It's a scene straight out of the X-Files.
That's unreal. I've never seen anything like it. What are they?
A family in Las Vegas insisting something is out there after allegedly having a close encounter of the third kind.
I swear to God, this is not a joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star, then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
But after a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as unfounded.
If those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
According to former intelligence officer David Grush, an alien crash landing isn't too far-fetched. Grush recently turned over documents to Congress claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin. An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of scheduling a hearing on those claims.
Hi, everyone. George.
So there's just been, like, over the past 2 years, like, a lot of believable people, or at least knowledgeable people in positions to have the knowledge. Somebody just the other day said we have, like, over 12 alien craft in our possession from the past couple of decades. If there's a program in place to, like, swoop in and gather and collect and hide spaceships when they land, you know, like this thing lands in Vegas, they call 911, and then some special ops team is like listening in for trigger words on police scanners, like aliens or spaceship, and then Men in Black head to that place, round up the aliens, round up the spaceship, and disappear it all so that nobody can see it. Because the police went in the backyard. The police got to this house and went into the backyard, and they blacked out all the body cam footage because they're like, well, it's private property. But it's like, did they see anything? Was there a craft? Were there people? How can it just be a mystery and now, like, nobody can get a hold of the family? It's like, I hate it when there's something, like, so easily explained. Like, let's just go there and look. Let's ask the people. It's like, nah, the people don't want to be asked anymore, and no more questions about the body cam. It's like, what? Was Melton looking for a stolen brisket? We're at 174 internal on the flat. I can't read the point. I'm doing no wrap brisket. No wrap, baby. Goldie's method. You heard? But anyway, like, what's with all the chatter lately about aliens and UFOs? It's like, are they here? Is it time? Are we going to get got? Are we going to get put away, rounded up, squeezed? Was that backyard big enough for an alien spaceship? Yeah, it was like their backyard looked like a junkyard. They had tons of space. Members only stream tonight. You got it. You got it. We will be doing a members only stream tonight. And we'll have some fun. We'll have a good time. I got a lot of I'm backed up, if you know what I mean. In the penis. In the either way, just a great time. I'm so dead tired. I'm so tired. Is my album on Spotify? Has anybody looked? Patrick Melton. We have fun. Oh my God, it is on here. Ooh.
I got engaged this year. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Never getting married. Just trying to buy some time. Come on, Cancer. For her, not me.
Get it? Because I wanted to die. Somebody was saying, address all the hate. People are like, how come everyone's laughing, but I don't see anyone laughing? It's like, Laugh After Dark has assured me they've never and will never use a laugh track on a comedy special. Ask people who were there. I remember the night I was there, I was like, I didn't deserve all the laughter. Like it was the room was on fire. And when I started the special, it was a comedy festival, so there were multiple events on. People were kind of like coming and going. And they were taping 3 30-minute sets that night. The first guy went up at 7 p.m. I went up at 8 p.m. And the third chick went up at 9. I had the sweet spot. I had a great crowd. I'm not going to pretend the crowd wasn't awesome. And the first guy, didn't do well. And there was almost nobody there. For mine, all the seats filled up and a few standing in the back. And by the time I finished, when I was ending, the standing room was packed. So by the end of it, it was really full. And the guy with the hyena laugh as well, I don't even know. I probably I don't think I've listened to it with headphones either.
I think I'm too selfish to have kids. Too selfish. I like to do what I want to do when I want to do it,
Oh, I like the dog.
My fiance and I, we did get a dog. We got a dog. It's, no. I can't, I'm so broke from this dog. Jesus, this dog lives better than me. It drinks only filtered water. My fiance throws it out if it gets too room temp. This dog has an insurance plan. I'm a comedian. I don't have insurance. Do you know what I mean?
True.
Now I take the dog to the vet. I have to transfer my symptoms onto the dog, I don't know. She's walking funny. I think she can't feel her toes. You think she might have diabetes? I don't know.
Who has a hyena laugh?
Boarding the dog is expensive. You go out of town boarding the dog. Some of these places, $60, $70 a night. I'm like, there's a Holiday Inn Express down this street. It's $39. This place doesn't even have continental breakfast. You know what I mean? I got a plan. Next time I go out of town, I'm just gonna take my dog to the Humane Society and turn her in. If you come back and she's there, it was meant to be. If not, you're at the dog store. Pick another dog. Come on. I don't think they call it the dog store.
The dog store. Okay. I haven't heard these parts yet. Stop. Okay. Sorry. I'm just letting people know there's other stuff on there. It's an album. Also, give it a rating. Give it a review on iTunes or on, I don't know, do you star stuff? Do you like stuff? Do you star stuff? Patrick Melton, 0 monthly listeners. Oh boy. I should throw the old album up there since this one's up there. Get people feeling it. You know what I mean? Come on, Pores. $2. Hack train, baby. Get out of my dad. Get out of my dad.
Butch Bradley, I invite you to come on my show. We can be best buddies. Can I borrow a pliers from you? You can help me hit my goal. Get out of my dad.
Can I borrow a pliers from you? That's how people talk. Yes, album re-release. What's your C word joke? Melton's dog is a hack. Patrick had Moody insert the laughter. I welcome anybody to do an analysis to try to find like a duplicate laugh track. Like Gretchen Bozert. You remember Gretchen Bozert's special? Oh my God. Like, where is that? What was that? What was that website Gretchen Bozert's special was on? Oh, fuck. What was the name of that? Remember she told everybody, like, fuck y'all, I'm about to get a special. It was worldwide. Gretchen Bozert. Worldwide. The 420 man. Yeah, what was it called? I've checked the logs. The laugh track is a separate MP4. I've been assured that they never do that. They never do it. I was there. The laughs, when I watch it back, I feel like the laughs aren't as good as they were live. I hate it. You know, like I think everything I do is cringe deep down. I'm my hardest critic, but I'll listen. Tell me that it's doctored. I want to hear what you found. You got to prove it, but Laugh After Dark, Kelsey and Rob, the producers of Laugh After Dark, have 100% told me they never sweeten the laughter. Look, the crowd is mic'd well. They film and record a show professionally. But there's no laugh track. And if you find one, I'd be very embarrassed. Gretchen Bozert, real estate agent. I can't even imagine her being a real estate agent because she was such a Core Laughs Live, worldwide core radio. Okay, we found it. You guys like websites? Core Laughs. Look at all these logos. So you know they're serious. A Sean Scove comedy series. Gretchen Bozert and many more. Core TV on demand. Come TV. Look at this. This is some real black shit. You know what I mean? Brave Clothing. Core Laughs. Yeah, it's one of these Core Laughs, but their website's so bad you can't even. Gretchen Bozert. Wait till you see this. If you haven't seen this, woo! So she like told every comic in Florida, like, fuck you. I got a special coming out. I'm going up to Detroit to film a special. These guys invited her. Wait till you see the quality of this.
Core Laughs Live right now on the God Hour.
I'm Gretchen Bozert. Talking about I'm old. I'm really old. I've been warming up comedy since like dinosaurs discovered rock music, I think.
A bunch of graphics over and over. Core Radio, Core Laughs Live, The God Hour, Core Laughs Live, The God Hour, Core Laughs TV.
I love Snoop Dogg. I don't don't do drugs, but I would totally smoke a joint with that guy.
That's a laugh track.
This is a journey into sound.
Big Chief Allah.
Welcome to Worldwide Core Radio. This is the.
So this guy has a mask on. In a minute, he takes it off. She doesn't have a mask on. It makes no sense.
God Hour. Today we are having some amazing guests, an amazing event. This is Core Labs Live, the media event. See, Core Labs Live is, about 3 years old, and now we're launching it globally on our global network, Core TV. We have in our building Big Chief of Law, the God Hour.
Idiots love to go to just describe garbage they put up on a website as we're launching it global. Hey, did you know my album went global today, guys? It's global. You can get it globally.
In our building, we got Gretchen, comedian.
They don't even know her last name. Gretchen, comedian.
Extraordinaire. I'm going to let her just tell you who she is, where she from.
Because you don't know.
Talk to him, lady. What you doing here?
Oh, Lord. Dear God help me. I'm Gretchen Bozert. I don't know. What are we going to talk about? I'm old.
And again, like, this is just room mics. And this is like a little living room with a banner, a steel toe-esque banner behind them. And this is the room where they will film her comedy special. This same room. They push these chairs out of the way. People are coughing in the corner, and there's just a laugh track. Wait till you see this.
I'm really old.
Listen, Gretchen is a comedian, well-seasoned comedian. She's been all over this.
I mean, she's not a well-seasoned comedian, whatever that means. This bitch was a real estate agent a minute ago. She's awful. She's horrible.
Doing this thing.
I've been warming up comedy since dinosaurs discovered rock music, I think.
It's been a minute now.
That's what we're dealing with. I've been warming up comedy since dinosaurs discovered rock music. What? What?
How long have you been performing on, Gretchen?
I've done PTA meetings since like the 1980s.
Oh, PTA meetings?
Really big one.
Oh. PTA meetings?
He didn't even know what it was. And now he's like, holy shit, that's good.
That's what it did.
That's what it did. And she's dying like, fuck, I'm good. I got the whole room cracking up.
Just like that.
So you show up, you show
I've
up.
been doing this all a minute.
You know, I saw a couple of your shows over the past couple of years.
Oh,
and
what'd you think?
I thought you was freaking crazy, man. And look, you shocked me a little bit. You're a little shocked, because I didn't think you was gonna be funny like that.
Oh no, because I look like a soccer mom.
Yeah.
Nobody ever.
I mean, she's not funny. We watched she did like an hour headlining set. It was like, I mean, it's painful. Wait till you see her stand up. I mean, you can tell already that she's not funny, but wait till you see the stand up.
They think I'm gonna like piss off the PTA and like.
Where are you originally from?
I'm actually flow grown. I'm from Orlando, Florida area. Actually, a small town like out.
They both have voices that sound like they were scrubbed with cigarette butts. I mean, she sounds like she was rode hard and put up broke.
Side of Orlando.
Where did you come from? Where did you fly in?
Just keep saying his name over and over again. We know it's Chief Allah.
From now.
We just came in from Orlando.
From Orlando.
We did. We had a long day, but man, we're glad to be here. Freaking Detroit. Like,
Detroit, man.
Great.
Look, she came
Detroit, this is so cool. It's like, no, it isn't. It's decrepit.
all the way from Florida, Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, Orlando, Disney World.
All the way down here to courtroom. You know what I'm talking about? Courtroom.
I seriously, when you reached out to me, you were like, you got to come to. I was like, I'm in.
She said it. She
right
did.
now.
She did.
I said, I'm booking my flights.
I said, hold on, wait a minute now. I want to make sure it's enough people, you know.
And you know,
she was like, fuck all that.
Oh, it gets even funnier. So one of your other comics out of Phoenix, who I know, because I was getting ready to do a West Coast tour when the pandemic happened.
A West Coast tour. Every one of these comics wants you to think they have a tour. You know, every local comic here in town puts up a flyer every month telling you about their tour, and it's literally like bar shows on Tuesday nights. It's like, that's not a tour. That's not a tour.
Cancel my tour, but one of the other comics I know, which you'll see him later, goes, I'm waiting on my contracts to come back, and I said, you made him sign contracts? Screw you. Book your flight.
Yeah.
Book your flight right now. I said, screw your writers. And here we all are now.
So she's making fun of people. It's like, do you think I did my special without a contract? Do you think I did my special without a deal? I was like, screw your contracts. Get on a plane. These guys want to film a special. Just get on a plane. Let anybody who says they got a special to film your special, they're going to film your special. It's like, you let anybody film your special, it comes out like this. You let anybody film your special, it comes out like Comedy Cube. Sounds like shit. Looks like shit. Everybody wants to have a YouTube special. They're all garbage.
He's here.
Hey, listen.
Fuck your writer. Fuck a contract. Get on a plane. It's like, that's not how business works.
They just came in here from all over the country. You hear me?
So excited.
Literally, we got them coming from Phoenix, Arizona.
I mean, if you brought in Gretchen, you brought in all losers. I guarantee it.
Somebody from Naples.
This chick is so hot. Yeah.
Florida. Orlando, Florida. We got Chicago, Ohio, Phoenix. They came from all over the place to inaugurate and help launch Core Laughs Live. Y'all stay tuned.
Why is the mask off now? Why was it necessary to have it on the whole time and now it's off? You know, fuck continuity, but you ruined the whole beginning with the... Just on or off. Pick one.
Gretchen, tell me a little bit more. Because, what they called you what the label call you?
Oh, God. They called me... asshole, mostly, but no. They call me a lot of stuff.
Oh, you got all this packed in this little bitty phrase.
Yeah, they called me the Miley Cyrus of comedy, because I came in like a wrecking ball, and I said no, maybe a golf ball, maybe a Benoit ball at my size. I don't think wrecking ball is gonna qualify.
A wrecking ball, but you got you have a lot of confidence. You have a lot of energy.
Oh my God, I love
you came out on the stage.
He definitely wants to fuck her, right? You guys picking up on that?
You come on the stage a couple of times and you didn't look like it at first, and you just spazzed out of nowhere, and I was like, "What the?" You know? And I was.
They definitely smashed.
It's like, oh, I like her style, man. You know?
People don't laugh enough, man. Like, I swear to God, I got here and like I had every bitchy gate agent at Spirit Airlines, but I had them like giggling. By the time we got to the line, I had the people like nobody laughs enough anymore.
I hear a lot from comedians.
We had every bitchy gate agent, but I had them all giggling by the time we got to the line. I had them all giggling by the time we got to the line? Okay.
And some of the Detroit comedians particularly, that their managers don't think, or we have to talk to their managers, and their managers are not really doing shit for them, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Put them on stages, running around doing showcases, you know what I mean? But they're not making that move toward distribution. They're putting their brands on national platform. They're taking a long way about it, or they're miseducated, okay? But I was surprised to see some of the people, you guys level education when it comes to the business. You right? I heard some comedies. I love some.
So, ironically, Gretchen, who was out of Florida when this was filmed, lives in Vegas now and got caught stealing a purse at an open mic, like Chrissy Mayer, allegedly. So, did she follow Larry here too? Everybody just follows Larry.
I ain't gonna use their name. I love them. They're my friends, associates, and we're gonna work with them. But they said this wasn't big enough. This was for up and coming.
I mean, this isn't big enough. This is shit. If I watched this video and then you offered me a special, I'd be like, no, thank you. What you put out is garbage. You know, people get offered stuff. I've had people offer to film me. I've seen what they film. No, thank you. Laugh After Dark does a good job. The one everybody agrees it sucks, my special, but the one thing you'll hear people saying is like, it looks gorgeous. It sounds great.
Comedians.
No, stop.
And I said, you ever heard of Comic View, BET, Def Jam? Would you not?
Yes. What we haven't heard of is Core Radio TV. That's what we haven't heard of. You're nobody and nothing. Have you seen your website? It doesn't even work. The only reason I knew how to get to this is because I've done it before. There's no thumbnails. They never launched. This never got off the ground at all.
The more resume we give them, the more they're like, stay humble.
Yeah. Didn't they say stay humble?
Hey, you just said, I don't know you. I don't know who you've worked with. So I start giving you the list, and then they're like, you're a narcissist.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like a meth head. She reminds me of like a meth addict.
Yeah, you're a narcissist.
Did you just stop?
Right. I'm honored that you guys actually took the time, and they did not break a sweat, man. I actually literally saw them hook up with each other on Facebook.
Dying to get
like, listen, did y'all see this? I'm going to Detroit. You want to go with me? They started to determine who was going to stay with what room and who was going to fly out with who. I'm going to leave this state, fly into Florida, hook up with you. We're going to fly back. I'm watching this happen.
I'm the only girl, and I'm like,
social
God,
media.
I will share a bed with one of these assholes in my clothes if I have to. Like,
and this is just the beginning.
Like, nobody even knows what they're talking about. I guess how desperate they all are to come do a special with Core Radio Laughs Live TV Chief a la Core Worldwide Core Radio Live Chief a la Radio Laughs.
This is just the beginning, man. We don't give you too much, man. This is Gretchen. Listen, she gonna give you a little something, introduce you to herself. You gonna give something nice or something nasty?
You get a little bit of both.
Oh, man.
You want some coal in your sock? I'm a shock comic. You never know what you're going to get with me.
Stay tuned, man. Hey,
core up.
Core up. You guys ready to core up? That's future April. You ain't lying. Holy shit, cannot unsee. So this is the same room. And if you want to know what a laugh track sounds like, it's this. This is the same little bedroom. The sound mixing on this. If you want to hear the same laugh over and over and over again, like, here you go.
Detroit, Michigan. How the hell y'all doing? Oh my God. I'm from the state of Florida. We're used to a warm climate.
Just a laugh after every line, the same laugh.
I'm pretty sure my high beams feel like floodlights that have been doing meth for a couple of days. Here's how cold it is in Detroit. When I got to the airport,
Big Chief Allah coughing over everything.
My jacket asked for cognac and a brandy and some earmuffs.
I I mean, they're like ruining it with the laugh tracks.
Just saying.
It's just them coughing in the background. I don't even think this mic is hooked up to anything.
What is up, everybody? Holy shit, I'm so glad to be here, despite the fact that I should be in Nome, Alaska. Oh my god, it's so cold. You ever seen a popsicle tell jokes? You're about to tonight. Oh my god. Just saying. Oh my god. So, where do we start tonight?
And they keep moving her name, like just around the screen, like a screensaver just pops up in random places. It's so weird. There's so many weird artistic choices here. To use the same laugh over and over and over and over, just not even source different laughs, just the same. Usually if somebody does use a laugh track, they'll take a laugh from that crowd or a bunch of laughs from that crowd and just move them around. Like, this is just...
I'm Gretchen Bossert. Yeah, I love that somebody had it. Like, I can't even pronounce her name, but I'm gonna applaud for this shit.
See, now it's like an auditorium's worth of applause. Like, what's going on? The room tone, they're not even like the same...
Sir, you didn't win the spelling bee, did you? No. Maybe that's not.
Yeah, so much room noise and hiss.
Just saying. All right, so I don't even know where I'm gonna start tonight.
Is this Chad?
I've had a weird week in comedy.
It's like this can't be real.
I'm on tour with the musicians a lot. I don't know if any of you have ever done this, but I was in the car with the musicians. We were late for a show like recently.
Why is that a laugh?
And here came the cherries, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's the cops!" And I pulled over to the side of the road. And the three black musicians at the back of the car were like, "Gretchen, we're late for a show. We don't have time for this shit. We need to get paid." And I was like, "All right, fair enough." They were like, "Just get out and show them your tits." And I was like, "Well, fuck, we're late for a show. I'll try anything once." So I got out, whipped up my shirt. Cop said, "Excuse me, son, get back in the car, get a job and a haircut."
I mean, that was like a big bit for her.
I'm actually a warm-up comic. I MC a lot of music rooms. I do a lot of rock and roll. Musicians mostly.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Thank you.
So there's like 6 people in the room, and they keep playing the same little laugh track, and then like an auditorium of people clapping sometimes.
Very much. I recently got put on tour with the rappers. Now, people don't get me wrong. I like rap. Gift rap. Bubble rap. Chicken finger raps.
I like rap. Bubble rap. Gift rap. Chicken finger raps. And now everybody's dying. How's my special now?
But I don't like going on tour with the rappers, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like gin. Or Hennessy. I got no tits or ass. And they keep mistaking me for the sound guy. It's fucking brilliant.
Applause break. Ian Hawk said, this has ruined my break. Imagine having to pretend to laugh at these people. Fuck that. This looks like the Eric Andre show. Chief has to be high as hell.
People, I got nothing wrong with rap. Like, I love Snoop Dogg. I don't do drugs, but I would totally smoke a joint with that guy. He could dip his dick in gin and Hennessy, and I'd totally do it.
I mean, what is going on? What is going on? She just keeps going like, I don't know. I'm crazy. I don't know. And it's like, well, we don't know either.
So I'm 49 and single for the first time in my adult life. How am I doing? Thank you very much, but maybe we shouldn't applaud. The man did a lot of crack. It just wasn't mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You hear Chief Allah? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Worse, I was that nerdy kid in school that skipped 2 grades and got stuffed in the locker a lot. I don't think that girl didn't like me. I just think I was the only kid that fit in the locker. I enlisted in the Marine Corps after high school. Not a normal experience. I'm straight. My pack weighs more than me. I'm 95 pounds. I'm a girl. I couldn't even get cheated on like my girlfriends.
So they're like, there's no one across this entire organization with any. It's like not having good sound, okay. Not having good lighting, okay. You're in a living room. It's the same thing I say to people all the time. Like, you've seen comedy, right? You've seen comedy specials. This is not one. This is not one of those. You've heard comedy, right? No one there can do graphics. No one there can do art direction. No one there can do sound design. No one there has eyeballs or ears to go, this is bad. They put it up. Across the board, everyone here is incompetent.
Most men go out and get a flashy car, have a midlife crisis, run up the credit cards, get a 19-year-old mistress.
She burned relationships in Florida for this. She told people to fuck off. She had a special. She went to an open mic and had a breakdown, told everybody, fuck you, I've got a special coming. And then when this came out, she never mentioned it again, took it off everything. And we found it. Still up.
Oh, no, not mine.
I think I've got it pulled just in case they ever take it, but I have it saved somewhere.
Mine cheated on me with a girl I went to high school with. We're the same age. But she looks 15 years older than me.
Damn.
I skipped 2 grades. I'm obviously smarter. I got way more money. Her backup car isn't even a car. It's just a seat.
And the laughs are all over the place. And then they like end abruptly, start abruptly.
It's the backseat. It's like he downgraded. She has stringy hair, big teeth, a horse face. She was our mascot. Go Stallions! I didn't even get to feel bad about myself eating ice cream. I just kept going like no givebacks. People I dropped.
The camera's all wobbly and jerky.
Online at cheating. This is a gently used vagina. Low miles. Fresh lube. Chlamydia is scary enough. I don't need some hoof rot.
What the fuck is going on? No, I never knew her in Florida.
I can't even afford the vet bills for my dog. Ladies, I had a man recently text me and ask me if I like porn. I said, no, I do not. He said, why not? I said, I'll tell you why not. I have 3 daughters, and none of those producers called any of them back.
Aggression Broussard, y'all. Cool ass
You feel that? You feel how uneasy that is? Yeah, get well soon, huh?
Get well soon. We want you to get well.
Get well soon. We want you to get well. Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to get out of here a little early today if you'll let me, if you'll afford me that. I'm dead. I have to get some sleep. I have to pull this brisket off. We're at 182 in the flat. Again, thank you to everybody who bought the album. We're number 1. I'd like to keep it number 1. If you haven't had a chance to purchase it, again, purchase a copy. You can do gift copies and give one to a comedy lover in your life. Stream it, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all the sites and services, everywhere. It's everywhere today. But if you can find it in your heart and you have access to iTunes, please purchase a copy of the album. $5.99. Unfortunately, it's the only metric this industry cares about is the iTunes album charts, which is dumb because nobody buys albums anymore. But enough of you did to shoot it to number 1 as soon as it debuted, and I thank you for that. Again, beating out Matt Rife and who's the other guy? John Mulaney and all the big guys. Even if it's just for a while, for one day, it means a lot. Your support means a lot. Your congrats mean a lot. Go leave a review on it. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a heart. Give it a play. Leave it playing in your car. Leave your car running. Leave your house running. Leave your laptop running. Leave your dad running. Get out of my dad. And never stop running. Never stop reaching for the stars. Never stop dialing for the operator. We did not hit the goal. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. But I'm over the moon that it hit number 1 effortlessly. And next Friday, the video version of the special will be out. Amazon to be announced. No, Tubi, Amazon, and more if you want to watch the video version of it. But again, there's no metrics for all that stuff. The only thing that really matters is the iTunes charts. We hit number 1. Tell a friend, Keep it number one. Thank you to everybody who tweeted it, promoted it. I can't, it's awesome. It's awesome. Anything else we need to get to today? I don't think so. Members only stream tonight. Join up to the members only stream. $1.99 will get you access to that. But why not join up to the Overdose Light level? It's that time again. Get the memberships renewing. Get them going. Don't let my memberships drop. How dare you don't you let my memberships drop? So we'll do Overdose show tonight, and that'll be available immediately afterwards to Overdose Light members. We'll get the feed caught up, and hopefully next week the full transcript from the court stuff. Join our Discord, Nobody Likes Onions Discord at discord.gg/NLO. Join the regular Overdose, nobodylikesonions.com/overdose. Promo code again will get you 10% off there. And of course, the store. We've got the stainless steel travel mugs, the black on black hats, the white on white hats. Summer of hats. We have polo shirts. We got the women's shirts now. We got new logo shirts. We got it all. Every single way that you can reach out and support the show counts and matters. Even just telling a friend, which is completely free. Members, I'll see you tonight. Let's go check out this ribeye, because I got to find out this thing. Bye, Larry!
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
All the laughter that you dig, boy, if you listen to the show, boy, Patrick Melton faces have you stacking NLO point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NLO. Other radio shows.